Welcome back to Rob Does Pokemon, everybody. I hope you are doing well. It's the final warning tonight, guys. The Pokemon TCG is changing forever, and I am joined by three very special guests. I'm sure you guys know who they are already, but I'm going to make them introduce themselves anyway. So first up, Mr. Goated Pullz. Can you tell everybody who you are and what your Milky Bags are all about, my friend?
Our Milky Bags. Well, I'm Arvin, Goated Pullz. You can find me on TikTok. We had a little Pokemon casino. Hope to get a Opossum to buy a Milky Bag in 2025. That's the goal.
That's the dream, huh?
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Everybody that likes the stream and subscribes gets a free Milky Bag, guys. Please make sure you do that. Mr. Opossum Bud, who the hell are you?
I don't even know. Some days I'll wake up and I'm like, what am I doing? Where am I going in life? What's the plan? I make content on YouTube whenever I feel like it. I'm on Instagram. I take cute pictures of cards. That's where you can find me. I'm not doing too much.
You take fantastic photos. Actually, your wife takes even better photos.
Yeah, thanks for rubbing it in. She takes some really good photos, like fucking any evolution or something like that. I don't know how she does it. It's the same phone as me, and she'll literally just like enhance that stuff. I don't know.
Yep. Some of those angles, man. I'm just like, fuck, that's the killer. Absolutely killer. And then we have the Shillionaire is in here as well, Mr. PokeNE. How's it going?
Do you like how I spelled Shillionaire with a $sign instead of an S?
I noticed
creativity right there.
Something.
Thank
It's
you.
like
What can I say?
Gangster rap.
I'm Brian. I do like Kesha, PokeNE. I teach people how to become Shillionaires and how to shill more products. So, and subscribe to me because I need to get a haircut at 50K subs. It's not even good anymore. It's not even nice anymore. It's getting ridiculous. So help me out, please.
It's not standing upright anymore.
Some bald guys weeping right now that you said that.
It just falls. I was gonna go like as black suit Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, the Bully McGuire, dude. I can kind of
Bully McGuire. I am kind of a dick, so it would have worked, but I'm just gonna do that.
All right, guys. So we got a packed agenda today. Thank you to everybody who's joining in the chat. Please, if you guys have something funny, I'm kind of back and forth between the chat. I love putting funny comments up. You know, I like that stuff. And I'm going to have a good time tonight. I got a good agenda here. So we got their intros going. We'll do a bit of a panel on the future of the Pokemon TCG. We'll chat about the Japanese market. We'll shield some English products because it's time to do that. We'll play some games, and we'll have some Q&A stuff as well. Hopefully, you guys will be in bed within the next 2 hours or so. So first of all, guys, I do want to talk about mistakes. And this is something that we've all talked about in videos at some point. We've all made mistakes in our lives. But Brian, I know you've been pretty vocal about this, and it's a difficult one for you to talk to and really talk about with people in front of you. But when you were so arrogant that you held off on finishing Cell and you forced your dad to sacrifice himself, resulting in the Z Fighters nearly losing the battle to defend Earth, how do you live with yourself, man? Quite honestly, I mean, how do you reconcile that every day?
The trick behind that is just taking any morals, ethics, and self-respect for yourself and just throwing it right out the window. I think weakness comes from empathy. So I just kind of rock it. And if I feel like even a teeny tiny bit of regret, I'd slap it right out of me, man. It's the Shillionaire life.
It all worked out great in the end. I heard you and Goated Pullz were having a little cuddle. Was it CollectorCon? What were you guys up to?
Yeah, we got pretty hot and heavy at Hotlanta. It was a good time. I flipped a coin. I made him some money, and then I flipped another coin and lost him some money, and then I lost his friend's money rolling dice, and that's why I don't gamble.
So he wrote me a message. He said, "Hey Rob, I was printing on Brian at the convention. It was hella good. Can we talk about that on the stream?" So that was what happened.
It was fun. He had me. Well, no, I was just walking around. I was walking around. He caught me, and he's like, "Hey, man, let me teach you how to shill or print." He's like, "You trying to print?" I'm like, "Yeah." So he took me. He took me to the back behind his little vendor table, and he gave me the tutorial on how it all works. So honestly, jokes aside, vendors or Arvin in general, I don't know. The math behind it and just the focus you have to have when you're talking to people, making a deal. I don't know how they do it, truthfully. It's constantly, okay, well, I want credit for this, cash for this, and then, if you do Zelle, it's this much cheap. The whole thing looks like a freaking nightmare. I really prefer just putting stuff with a barcode on a website and clicking sell. But yeah, so we sold some stuff. He taught me about some different rarities and how to negotiate. And then I milked somebody, which was great. I think I got heads, and so milked a dude pretty good. Got super cocky, which is, I guess, what you do when you're with Arvin. And I flipped another coin, got milked, and then his friends, he fired me. Arvin fired my ass. And I was like, okay. So I went with his buddies, and we went to another table. And then it was like a Charizard card, and it was like a $75 split between like a roll of a dice. The guy got like a 6 and I got a 2. So like half the people in Beast games this week, I completely fricked this guy over. So I'm done gambling. Arvin actually tried to get me to gamble when I sold him a bunch of shiny treasure. You remember that?
Yeah,
and I just
for a little bit.
I was like, I'm not getting milked. I'm not a cow. I'm just gonna keep it real simple. And I went against my gut. I gambled. I lost him money, his buddy money, and I don't know. It was fun though. It's a good time.
Always a good time.
Mm.
I love it. Hey, Nick, have you ever done any of that stuff? You ever done any vending? You ever helped anybody milk anyone?
Well, not milk anybody. I've participated in a coin flip though. Coin flip once or twice.
Oh, nice. Did you win or lose?
Had a little.
I lost every time.
But it was over like $40.
It was over like 50, like a $10 difference in like a card thing. It's moving a card to get a different card from another set, and I got milked pretty good. That's how it goes.
Nick, I never told you about this, and I don't want to expose you over in front of 250 people, but those cards you sent me, a couple of them did come in like dinged, like the corners. I don't know what happened with shipping, but
drama.
Well, you guys are gonna have to take that offline to quote some corporate.
Can send you the money back. I don't like. Sorry, if you had told me, I would have been like, "Oh shit, my bad."
Don't want to bring it up in front of people.
I mean, it's just like it's like a $5 card. Doesn't matter to me. But I'll just let you.
That's what I was saying. The money back. You just didn't tell me.
It's okay.
Well, now I feel like a tool.
It's okay. You're going to LA CollectCon, right?
Yeah.
Are you going, Brian?
I usually decide like 4 to 5 days before a convention. I end up paying a lot more in airfare, but it's worth it. Decisions are horrible.
Well, I mean, Nick, if you want to put in like 30 minutes of vending hours, like time.
What?
What's the vending time?
That's what $5 is worth. Like if you're getting paid $10 an hour.
I don't know, but if you want to have some fun,
it's California out there. I know what minimum wage is out there.
I'll pay you that Arkansas, right? Arkansas minimum wage.
Oh, that's bad. That's real bad.
Rough.
All right, let's chat about the market. This is what you guys all came for. Japanese going crazy, my friends. We're going to chat a little bit about 151 here.
Boy.
So I got some Sneaker Dunk up here. You guys know Sneaker Dunk. One's a screenshot from February 12th this year. The other one's a screenshot from today. We've seen a 27% gain here. We're making some gains. 151 in Japanese is going crazy. It's not just 151. We got Terrestrial going at $106. And I put up retrospects. He's a friend of the channel. He was on last week. He puts his pricing up in his stories. It is super easy to view the change. There's some big moves happening right now. Just in case you guys can't see this or driving or you're watching, like Terrestrial's up, like whatever, like what is that, $14 a box, 151's up. Even things like Black Flame starting to go. Super Breaker's up like $20 almost. Like let's chat a little bit about this and the Japanese market. We got some Japanese connoisseurs in here. Brian, you sell a lot of product, so I hear. What's the deal with Japanese right now?
Dude, people think I have some kind of insider knowledge. Like, I don't know shit. I really don't. It's every time I DM my supplier or she DMs me, it's always a shock. And every time I think, oh yeah, I'm making a good move, I'm just going to buy more inventory this time around because that's a decent deal. The next day, it's always worse. And, you know, I asked, I'm like, so what's the deal with 151? Because like 10 days ago it was like $90. And her theory, she's big. Like she sells like $1 million USD a month and stuff. And her theory is just like people truly believe it's not going to get reprinted again. And I'm like, I mean, okay, but what does that even mean? So basically, you know, she, along with a lot of other big Japanese players, they just have like walls of this shit. Like, you know, those like TikToks with all the Prismatic Evolution ETB people, you think like 800 ETBs is a lot. Nothing. 151 is the most like overprinted, oversaturated. It's freaking everywhere. It is like everywhere. And they have it all held so that whenever they need some extra cash, they just put that shit on the market for a crazy price. And then it just cycles up and down. So if another reprint does get announced, you're going to see all these people just throw them down on the market like they did last time. It'll go super cheap. No one will be interested anymore because everything's crashing and burning. And now it's all about, you know, heat wave, whatever. And then we'll be right back here again, having the same conversation in 4 months. So, I mean, I guess at some point it will stop reprinting. It's been like 1.5 years now. I think in June it'll be 2 years. But her theory is people are getting the feeling that it won't reprint again. As far as the other sets, Super Electric Breaker, I don't know what the hell is the deal with that. I would imagine they'll print that to the ground too. I don't know why that's $80-something right now. I think that's stupid. I didn't buy any more from her. I'm like, I'm done with this. So now I'm shilling Mask of Change. It's the only cheap one out there right now. Mask of Change and Ancient and Future.
Brian,
good sets too.
Reprinting all these, like they can't reprint all these sets.
They can do it anytime they want.
Japan does actually reprint stuff pretty effectively. Like
all of these sets, there's literally 20 sets that have all skyrocketed, and there's new sets coming out. It's literally impossible.
They did it when like Clay Burst was like $200-something.
That's a random one. We're talking about like 20.
No, I know, but like that era, like Triplet, Clay, Snow, Ruler, like all that shit reprinted like crazy. And like I don't know how they did it, but it shows me that if they can do it, America can do it too, and they just don't want to.
But
that's
the
my
only
opinion.
set back then that had hype was Clay. That Iona was crazy.
Violet did it too, man. Y'all forget how
Violet.
crazy Miriam and Dendro was.
Miriam.
Yeah.
Y'all forget, man. That shit was $900.
Yep.
I know, but all the recent sets all are going crazy. Back then it was like Clayburst.
True.
They're not doing it like at the same rate that those boxes were though. Those were like $200 boxes, like Brian was saying. Like Clayburst was no shit, like a $180 box, something like that. What the crazy sets now are like 125, which are still like 3 times MSRP. But I think people are looking at that and they're comparing it to English boxes, and they're like, "Oh, English boxes are $210." We got a lot of new people here that don't really understand that Japanese boxes are usually like $40 MSRP or pretty close to that. So they're just seeing the price difference. They're be like, "Oh, $83 for this Pikachu box right over here, as opposed to 220, whatever a Surging Sparks box was it like 220 or something like that now in English? Something dumb. Yeah. It's like they're just seeing the difference. Like, oh, I get a whole Japanese booster box. There's a lot of people here, whether it's their fault or not, they just don't really know the in and outs of what's currently going on with Modern and how stuff works, in my opinion.
Yeah, you nailed it. I mean, like think about like the percentage. Like if English was just as overpriced to MSRP as Japan, like a booster box in English would be like $400 day one, $400 or $500. Like I mean, people there'd be so many angry thumbnails in YouTube, and no one seems to care when Japanese does it nearly as much. Like Japanese is triple the price, and it's like now that's kind of the norm. If American goes to triple the price,
be crazy.
Like, oh, it's gonna be nuts. Mad angry thumbnails, angry thumbnails.
It's all going up. Well, look, Japan's really good. They send out a memo to everybody. They give a nice image showing everything that's going to be reprinted in a certain time period. Like, it's all very formal. It would be so rude if they didn't do that. I quite like the way that they publicize it. It's really nice.
They'll probably reprint it. I just don't know if it's how effective it's going to be. It's really up to who kicks the product out, unfortunately, nowadays. Like, how well can they actually get the distro out? That's really what's going to affect it, in my personal opinion.
I think a lot of those sellers realize too, like, hey, maybe we don't need to, like, I think Brian's right. I think the price will dip, but like, maybe we don't need to drop our pants quite so much. People seem to really like this stuff right now.
Yeah.
Nick, are they just following the English craze though? Is it just like, hey, lots of people are priced out of English and now it's time to manipulate and shill up the Japanese side of things? Are people flip-flopping? Like, what's your take there?
Yes and no. I think people are a little frustrated they can't get English, so Japanese is the cheaper option. I originally at one point made that move over to way back in the day. I used to collect a lot of the English trainers. A lot of those kind of went up a little bit because of playability and whatnot. Japanese trainers were very affordable. No one really gave a fuck. I went over and grabbed a bunch of those. Like randomly 2020, they just all spiked, and everyone and their mom wanted Japanese full art trainers. It's just kind of a market thing that happens when people – they can't get what they want, so they'll go for what's available. I mean, Shrouded Fable, the tale as old as time with that right there. Literally people saying Shrouded Fable is the best set that's ever happened. Meanwhile, what was it, like 3-4 months ago? You couldn't move it. You couldn't convince people that set was any good. Yeah, people like the Greninja and the Kingdra, but did people really like Shrouded Fable, the set? Did people like Pekka-Run, Okidogi, Monkey Dory, any of those suckers? No, they did not. They literally were like, and it just sat on the shelves. Until recently, there was nothing left. That's kind of what's happening with Japanese. People slept on it. It was very affordable. People who liked it were able to pick it up and had a lot of fun. And it's now catching up because English is unobtainable for a lot of people. It's really it's just not available to be picked up. And people are looking at those prices and being like, oh, $60 for a box or $200 for a box. Which one should I get? People can afford $60 for a box.
I think you're right. I think you're right on that one for sure. The milkman has a take as well. I really, do you know what? Actually, Arvin, my dad was a milkman.
Nice
I'm actually the milkman's child. It's a joke about that, like having the milkman was your dad, even though he wasn't actually your mum's husband. But they were actually married, and yeah, I'm the milkman's kid. My dad had a milk business actually. So can you tell us a bit about why you're wearing that hat?
I actually did not purchase it myself. One of my moderators on my TikTok live stream asked for my address and he shipped it to me. He bought it off Amazon. So
it's adorable.
I'm wearing it. And like I usually in stream too. We will get milk. I just like, you just got milked by the milkman.
One sec, guys. I actually am obligated to say thank you to the Witness Protection Program for allowing us to use camera photography on Arvin tonight. He's keeping his identity slightly hidden under the milkman hat and in the dark as well. So I asked him to buy a light for in front of his face.
Are always watching me. Always keeping an eye, you know.
That Jason Page comment is crazy. I'm just reading that.
I like it
That's
too.
crazy.
You know
Dude,
what?
I actually saw Jason Page on my flight back from.
I bet you did. He's at every event. I bet you saw him.
He was on my flight back from Atlanta to LA.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, like riding on the back of like a bus somewhere, just like.
Yeah. And I was actually like, "Oh, Jason, like I would love to do a live with you." And he's like, "Oh yeah, let's do it, man. Reach out to my manager, like email me." I was like, "Yeah, sure, man, of course." And he's like, and then he started going off and like, "Yeah, man, I did a tour with Michael Jackson. I was on stage with them." I was like, "Oh no shit, that's really cool." I was like,
wow.
Gotta give him some credit. Michael Jackson's fucking impressive.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna take away his accolades. I'm just not gonna say that he's not goofy either.
Michael Jackson was goofy too, in fairness.
That's true, he was. It's
very talented man though.
Yeah.
He didn't write Sunbryon, but he had some good hits.
Oh my god.
Is Sunbryon the best hit of the last century? Like it's a killer song. Like I really like it.
It's something.
Yeah.
What was the Collecticon drama between Jace Page's manager and like Collecticon and people?
Oh yeah, I saw that. That's essentially
what is this?
It's not really my story to tell so much, but what it boils down to is allegedly, of course, don't fucking come after me, big dog, but apparently the manager was throwing some slurs and derogatory things at people that were attending Collecticon, some of the vendors or people who knew the vendors. That's the story on the street.
Yep, that sounds right to me. I it's not my story to tell either, but God, the drama behind Collecticon is a wonderful thing. I don't even go to the cards anymore.
It's a whole thing. You might as well just go get a folding chair and just hang out there. You can watch so much stuff happen.
Oh yeah, it's entertaining. But yeah, that's a good way to summarize it.
Yeah. Well, like what kind of slander? Like I'm gonna be honest, Jason Page's manager has always been nice to me.
Well, this was like his team.
That's just me. Maybe because he's just nice to scalpers. I don't fucking know.
Maybe I don't know. Like I can't speak of it personally. Once again, not my story. But just some name calling. It's not really very pokey positive, if I had to say so myself. Let's just it'll come out when it comes out. I'm sure people, once the green light's given, maybe I'll run it, but we'll see.
Arvin, like Rock Sandy's throwing some tips our way. He said, "Did he start singing Sunbryon on the way?" He's giving us some.
I don't want to ask to switch seats, man. I'd be like, "Fucking put me at the back." I don't care.
I would love that.
I was on a spirit flight. Go ahead, dude.
I'll ride in the bathroom the whole time. I don't give a shit. I just want to hear that.
I was on a Spirit flight and I was on the big front comfy seats. They're like only a little bit more than regular seats, and you get like unlimited like alcohol and snacks. And I was in there, but I'm pretty sure he was economy, so I don't know.
Oh, show business stuff.
And he just snuck his way in there to talk to you. Is that what happened? He scurried on the ground and was looking for some peanuts or something.
I guess he doesn't make as much as the milkman, even though he was with Michael Jackson.
Doesn't make as
I see how much he sells his signatures for. That man's making some bank.
Hey, he has the power to grow a value of a card exponentially just by signing it.
It's crazy.
More
power to him. Yeah. More power to him.
I'm doing the same thing. Okay, Jared. So Jared's given us $20. Thank you, Jared. That's really kind of you. I believe this is a bit of praise for you here, Brian. I blame your investment video, PokeNE. I purchased my LLC yesterday after watching a PokeNE video, and the next day the price skyrockets. Should I keep? Oh no, he's angry. Should I keep pursuing my Japanese TCG online store? What should I do now? The prices have gone up. So we'll give Brian the spotlight on this because he knows what's happening here.
Well, my Venmo's PokeNE_Pokemon if you want to give me $10 for that, Rob. But Yeah, I'll answer this though before you pay me half. Literally purchased the LLC. I got my microphone right here. Yeah. Honestly, like if you go into the Japanese business world expecting anything less than tumultuous as hell, it's not really a good business for you. Like we're at kind of extreme right now. This is a little bit nutty, but honestly, for the 4 years I've been there since the Dream League Marnie days, it's been up and down and all around. So you just got to approach it carefully. Don't go crazy in any set. The only sets I would really say are like safe to buy if you're confident you can churn and burn things would be like Mask of Change. Paradise Dragon would be a good one because that's half a Surging Sparks, and Super Electric Breaker is the other half. And Super Electric Breaker is like $90 now. But Crimson Haze, Ancient, Future, Cyber, Wild, like if you're gonna go Japanese and you're new and you don't have a lot of capital, I'd stick with like the cheaper ones because at best they go up too because like Nick said earlier, it's like people are just buying whatever's available. That's why Shrouded Fable's hot right now. And so at best they go up after you buy them, and at worst, you stay even Steven and you can at least sell them, break even, and build like a client base. But good job getting the LLC. You picked a crazy ass time to do it, but
yeah, I know.
Now you've got it, I guess.
Good for you.
Let me add to that for Jared. I don't have like an actual shop for like sealed product, but I will say be careful if you do want to have like a resale business for like sealed product for Japanese. If you don't have that much capital and you're just getting started and you don't have that much of like a customer base, when Japanese sealed product first drops, the prices are extremely high, and within literally sometimes a day or two or a week, they drop significantly. So you're going to put a lot of capital into the release of the set. Make sure you can flip that instantly, or else you're going to be sitting on some losses. That's my
Arvin, are you saying people shouldn't be ordering tens of thousands of dollars worth of the glory of Team Rocket?
Oh my god!
I mean, if they can flip it instantly, they should. But if they don't have the customer base yet, they probably shouldn't. I would wait like a week or two at least after, and then buy when like the prices have settled down a little bit, and then it's more stable. At least a couple weeks is my take.
That's a set I would see Japan print to the ground too, honestly. Like if they're gonna print any set, it would be that one.
I think what'll happen with like Heatwave Arena too, it's like, so Japan, I think they come out on Fridays, and so
Usually.
So like 2 days later, 3 days later is when at least my suppliers all have like their final price. Because like right now they're already selling Heatwave Arena. It's like 125, 130 a box, which is madness. And I've learned over the last year, you don't do that. So don't do that. Instead, wait until like Sunday our time, because by then it's already been out for like 2 or 3 days and they usually have a final price. It seems like lately with a new set, Japan like already has it reprinting again like 2 to 3 weeks after the initial release. I don't know if reprint's the right word, but there's always like more that kind of come like 2 to 3 weeks later. So there's the people that spend way the frick too much a few days prior to the release. The people that wait a couple of days and then they can flip it quickly, like Arvin said. And then if you wait like 2 to 3 weeks later, you usually can get a better deal. And then after that, it's who the hell knows. That's when we get to Super Electric Breaker level where it's like, what the hell's even going on? But yeah, listen to Goated and have a client base.
I'll add one more thing is reprints, Japanese. Brian knows this too. If you're thinking reprints are going to drop the prices, in recent times, more than anything, reprints have increased prices.
Yep.
So when it got reprinted, it went up. I was like expecting it to go down to put in like some money into that shit, and then boom, skyrocketed. Terrassel Festival, it was like $70-$80 like a month ago. I was like, oh, it's gonna reprint. It's gonna be like $50-$60. I'll put some money into it. Now it's over $100. I'm fucked. So
yeah, when a reprint's announced, that's when you buy the stuff. Then when the reprint happens, it's too late.
Yeah. So secret right now is just you got to churn and burn it very quickly, right?
Buy the FOMO. Buy the FOMO. But people wait, that doesn't make sense. What I just said.
Sell the FOMO.
Yeah, sell. Yeah. When people are selling because the reprint, buy those drop prices. That's basically what I mean.
So Shiza, we're gonna get to Shrouded Fable, my friend. Thank you very much. We're gonna be pumping the Shrouded Fable. And guys, look, you don't like I'm looking through the chat. Please, you don't need to leave me like ask supers or whatever. Like just like please enjoy it. Everything's cool. Let's move on to Rocket because Nick, I saw a story actually on your Instagram about how you were going to leave the YouTube commentary space for good. if it didn't have the red R on the box. You were really kind of adamant about that. How relieved are you that it looks like we're going to get some ancillary products, at least packs, that are going to have the red R on?
You know, two things with that. Number one, it actually proves that I've grown in the space because Pokemon listened to me. I feel like that was directly for me and my ego, which needed to be satiated. Number two, man, as much as someone who loves Team Plasma way more than they love Team Rocket, I really do love that they put a big red R on that actual set itself. That whole thing where people were kind of like a little worried about Team Rocket set not being a Rocket set because it was the Rivals or whatever the hell it was called. And people are like, oh, I'm a little bit disappointed. That was the goofiest piece of comedy I've seen in a hot minute. It's like, y'all are still going to buy the set. What are y'all talking about? Why is anybody even pretending like it's not going to have Team Rocket Pokemon in it? It's so goofy. It's goofy as hell.
I'm pumped about the set, man. I mean, I did a video.
Good.
I was like, just really excited. I was like giddy.
People can afford it. It'll be good. We'll see.
I hope so. I hope people can afford it. I really do. I mean, how are you feeling about it, Arvin?
I just hope me and Brian that shit up and scalp it. I take Jake in the chat. Anything's possible, bro. Holy shit. Let's go.
Brian, you must be pumped.
Dude, I hate these new
pumped.
Sets. They're awful.
Pumped, get it?
Who wants to get milked?
You know what's funny? I actually disobeyed my new tenant, and I already sold a whole case of Rocket ETBs. It was a good story though. The guys probably listening. My whole Prismatic Evolutions disaster, where I bought them all at market. One guy, I had 10 more ETBs I had to sell to my people or distribute, and one guy's like, "Hey, I have a case of Prismatic. Can I mail that to you so you can fix your customer mistake? And then when Rocket comes out, you mail me a case of Rocket." I'm like, sure. So that guy's going to be very happy to hear that there's going to be some R's on that sucker. But no, I hate English sets right now. They're awful. Like, I got my final allocations for Journey Together, and they're piss, and I don't think Rocket's going to be any better. So I can't say the exact amount because there's people that are out to get me, but one of the suppliers, it was just like Danny Phantom said, it was very close to Surging Sparks numbers, which I will say is between 500 and 1,000 boxes, towards the lower end of that. And then my second supplier, I think it's going to be probably in the $200 to $300 box range. So the TLDR is it's going to suck, and Rocket's going to suck more. So yay for me. I should just scalp them all. I'd get rich.
You should milk everybody.
I should hit the milkman up.
It's interesting you say that, because I was chatting with Colin Poke Office yesterday. He seemed to be feeling that some allocations from the guys that he gets product from on probably a slightly smaller scale are getting a little bit better. You're finding the opposite for Journey Together, eh, Brian?
Well, I mean, it's slightly better than Surging Sparks. I think Phantom said the same thing, but that's only because like me and Danny, we're buying like all the worst crap you've ever seen in your life. Like, I had a pyramid of Lycanroc and Corviknight deck boxes, and I know Danny Phantom's got the same thing. So for all the work me and him are doing in draining the distributor warehouse, hearing that we both only got slightly more than we got from Surging Sparks, I'm like, shit, what more do I have to do? So there is 2 pallets now. I'll make a video of it. 2 pallets now of 2023 Battle Academies in my garage. They take up a whole car space. And so I'm like, maybe by Team Rocket, I can buy 5 or 6 more pallets of those and then get a proper amount. But I think it's all relative. I think like Colin or Nostalgianomics has distribution now. I think they might go, oh yeah, well, I did pretty well, and they might get 60 boxes, and that might be great for them. But with me, the team, you guys heard my Journey Together. I got an email list put together. There's 26,000 people on that email list now that specifically for that notification. I did a Rocket email list, and that's got like a few thousand people already. And I did the math, and I'm like, if I take every box of Journey Together I've been allocated, take them and divide the packs out, I don't have enough packs to give to each person. Like, that's stupid. Wow. Like, I literally, if I give one person a pack, I'm still like a third of the way I need to be. So I don't know. I don't think it's going to be good.
Well, I hope it gets better for people. It was interesting, actually. I was reading through quite a few comments. Like, a lot of us made the same kind of video yesterday, reading the Poke Beach article. And lots of the comments on the videos are just like, hey, this looks great, but I feel like I'm going to be watching somebody else open packs, and somebody else is going to be winning the lottery, I think someone actually said. which is kind of sad to read because like you want people to enjoy new sets when they come out. So for you to be like, hey, not everyone's going to get the product they want I think that's kind of crap. I quite honestly do. I don't know what you guys take on it is, Nick. I don't know what you think.
I mean, it's definitely one of those things where, at least for me, like it's one of those wait and see type things. Like whenever something gets ridiculous, I just say, screw it. I'm not getting that right now. I'll move on to something else. I'll backtrack. I'll pick up singles and stuff like that. I know a lot of people don't necessarily think that way. They're looking for the modern product that they want now. They're looking for prismatic, surging sparks, whatever they can try to get. They're keeping their eyes out for any kind of pre-order or something like that. I do think if people have less access to a set, it does become less nostalgic for things, and it is something that less people are going to have like a fond look for. Not to say people aren't going to want to pick up the cards that are pricey or anything like that. Of course, money's going to drive how people feel about cards and singles and whatnot, but I do think people are just going to kind of have like a about certain sets. There's going to be like just a nasty funk around it, like Champion's Path and Shining Fates. They have just a funk to them whenever you talk about. It's just like it's toxic. It's polluted. No one wants to discuss it. And I kind of feel like we're going to have an era where prismatic all the way possibly through the rival set or the Rocket set is just going to kind of have like a funk to it if Pokemon doesn't figure out how to equally make this fair for everybody they possibly can without it like pissing off one side too much or something like that. If they print it to the ground, then people that are investing in the sets are going to be super pissed. If they don't print enough, it's only going to be specific people that get the set, and there's going to be people that are going to go without said set or said cards for it because it's I don't know. It's really one of those things where me personally, I've been collecting for a long time, so I just kind of play the wait game. I was able to get the Clayburst Iono for under $200 when that bitch was $1,800 at one point. So stuff does happen, stuff does drop, and sometimes you just gotta fucking pull the trigger on good deals if you find them. But I know that's not how some people are. We got like a lot of new people here. We got people that are specifically trying to build certain collections, and they're looking for specific things, which they're entitled to. It's just, I don't know. I feel like we're going to be in like a funk for this era of cards, personally.
Yeah, it's kind of feeling that way. I think you're right. And I think patience really is the key. Just wait it out.
It is. It really does help.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. I do want to pause as well and say, guys, like, thank you to everyone that's joining right now midstream. Like, so everyone in the chat, thank you to PokeNE. Like, he's pushing 50,000 subs for a haircut. Let's get him there. He really needs it. Goated Pullz doesn't really need any money, but he would love to get up to his 10K. He's really close, and go and obviously sub to Opossum Bud if you guys don't already. Baz Toys had a kid this week or last week, I believe. Baz, congratulations on.
Congrats, dude!
Congrats, that's awesome, bro.
Congrats, dude! Awesome guy in the community. Even though he's a Tottenham Hotspur fan, it's not his fault. Good point that I wanted to bring up a bit later, but we might as well do it now. So Shiz is asking, I almost wonder if Pokemon, in an odd way, is trying to kill the distros, and they just become the distro to stores. This is a good talking point here. So what do you think of this wild conspiracy theory, Brian?
No, absolutely not. Pokemon can't even run a website. I don't know how they think that they'd be able to actually distribute to I mean, literally, like, they literally can't run a website. I got on there to look at, I think someone made a video like Shrouded Fable was out of stock on the whatever it was, and I just typed in PokemonCenter.com, and it literally classified me as a bot at that very moment. I don't know why, but it's like, basically, you can't access the site, you're a bot. And I'm like, holy God, they can't even run their own shit. There's no way. I mean, my websites, I'm probably in the top 20% maybe. And then there's people like there's a guy in South Dakota. He buys $1 million worth of every US English set. And that was 2 years ago. He's probably up to like 2 or 3 million. Like, and he's probably just one of, the top 5%. There's so many gigantic vendors out there. Look at Rudy Alpha Investments. The idea that Pokemon, who again can't even run their own website correctly, the idea that they can replace all those people and like skip a step, no way in hell. And the distributors, by the way, they are getting a load of product. I mean, they're getting a ton of stuff. There's a lot of conspiracies on how they're distributing the stuff. And, I can only go there in private with certain aspects of that conversation. But no, I don't think that's a real, thing. They definitely want distributors to get the product because they need this stuff in local game stores, which, contrary to popular belief, distributors typically care about local game stores more than online stores, depending on the distributor. I can tell you the big boys, the big top 5, they, if if it's even Steven, if I'm spending $1 million a year versus some big local game store spending $1 million a year, they're going to give them the preferential treatment because those local game stores buy all the crap all the actual crap no one wants. I'm not talking about Pokemon. I'm talking all the stupid board games that end up in the clearance bin. Those game stores buy all that stuff from the distros. So between me and them, they're going to choose them over me. And I know that for a fact because I almost got fired from one of my distributors because I pissed off the CEO. And even though I spent millions more than the guy who I offended, they were going to go with that guy and not me. And that was a whole thing. But I can tell you the big dogs, they do care about the LGS stores. And I can also tell you Pokemon needs them, at least for, I'd guess, the next boom and a half or so.
I like that take. Goated Pullz wants to join you in the hot tub. Sorry, I misread that.
The hot tub?
Actually, no, I read it right.
I sold it. I sold it on Craigslist.
Yeah, you didn't have space for your product.
Yeah. I actually got a fat profit from it because I put as featured in the Vice stock. And so I bought that hot tub for like $600 when they saw I was in the Vice documentary. They were like, "Oh shit!" And they paid triple. I milked them.
You milked them good.
Hot milk,
good.
Hot warm milk.
So, Brian, you talk about the normies sometimes in your videos. Are the normies ever going to get product again, like English product?
Oh yeah, the normies will get their product. What's going to happen? And I've said it before. What's going to happen? And I'm one of these people, by the way, but I don't care because YOLO. Every set now that my distributors offer me, I buy an amount of them. I order an amount of them that I literally could not afford. So like Journey Together, I think I put an order in for like $500,000 of them. I don't have $500,000 in cash. I don't. And I knew that, okay, probably if I order 500 grand of them, the distros are going to be like, oh, wow, this guy's a big, serious guy. We're going to give him a bunch of products, like a good percentage of that. And that's usually how it works. You know, you want to show your distro that you have money, you want to support them, you want to do your thing. What's going to happen, though, and I'm not the only one that does that, by the way. What's going to happen, though, is Pokemon's going to call our bluff at some point. It takes, like, from what I understand, 8 to 10 months for Pokemon to print a set. So that's why there's not enough of these things, because they're, like, kind of printing. They're figuring it out. So call it 10 months from now, there's going to be a set called, like, I don't know, Silver Surfer set. And this is going to be hype. And then I'm going to buy, and a bunch of people are going to buy $500,000 worth of Silver Surfer, the Pokemon set. Pokemon's actually going to print enough of them. The distributors are going to get a crap ton of them. And then the distributors are going to look at all the idiots like me and go, oh, you ordered $500,000. Okay, here you go. And what's going to happen is the people like me who ordered way more than we can afford, we're going to clearance the hell out of that stuff, fire sell it because we're panicking that we can't pay the invoice in 2 months. And then that's when all the normies can get their stuff. It's going to happen, I'd say, within a year and a half because people are greedy. I'm greedy. And, you know, if shit hits the fan and I order $500,000 worth and I actually get it, I mean, I'm screwed, I guess. Hopefully I have my house paid off by then because I'm going full send. And for some people, it'll work. And for some people, it won't. What's actually probably going to happen is there'll be people like me that do that and they won't fire sell it. They'll just completely give up. They'll go, sorry, Southern Hobby, I can't pay the invoice. I'm out. Southern Hobby will blacklist them. They will go away. Bigger stores, like way bigger than mine, like Rudy's store, for example, he'll hear, oh, this store, you know, rejected their invoice. They're blacklisted. Rudy, do you want all their stuff? Rudy will buy all their stuff. That's how he actually has his, like, I think he's got like $20 million of cards. He literally, that's what he does. Back in the day when people, you know, during the like Roaring Skies, like that generation, like people did exactly what I'm telling you, and then they rejected their invoice. Rudy bought it all, and now he's top dog on YouTube, at least. So that's what's going to happen. So the normies will get their product. It's just going to take a little bit of stupidity from us and Pokemon actually calling our bluff. Give it 2 years.
You heard it here first, guys. Silver Surfer set. Invest now.
Silver Surfer.
We got to do it, my friends. We got to do it. Let's talk about this comment here. I like this one here that I'm going to put up. So do you guys worry about the hate for LGS for high prices? I get there's bad apples, but overall, they're getting unnecessary hate. I want to pass this one over to Arvin, first of all, because I want to give Arvin time to talk before he shows us all his husbandos. What do you think of this, my friend?
I'm a simple man. If you don't like it, you don't have to buy it. Just like people in my stream that complain, if you don't like it, you don't have to buy it. No one's pointing a gun to your head. Fucking buy, right? That's capitalism. Deal with it.
I disagree with that. Nick, what do you think?
I mean, it's fine. I mean, people are allowed to do what they want, but people are allowed to say what they want about it too. Honestly, I mean, it's like the same thing with that. You don't like the comments about it. You don't like the actual video about it. Deal with it. That's the way it is.
100%. I agree with that.
Goes both
100%.
ways.
Yep. Let's pump some Shroud of Fable, my friends. How, on a scale of 1 to 10, how good is this set, really? Like, now it's gotten a bit more expensive. I think we can all appreciate it.
I like the set, but I got crap for actually liking the set. That's what's crazy to me. Like, I got so much crap for actually liking. It's the same with every DLC set, because Battle Styles and Chilling Reign had this exact same treatment. Now Chilling Reign's like, how is Chilling Reign one of the top sets now in fucking Sword and Shield? When did that happen? Because that set was dunked on by everybody. The Shadow Rider, the Ice Rider Calyrex, nobody gave two fucks about. And then the Galarian Birds got dunked on pretty hard. Like, people did like the Blaziken, but that was really it. That's the one card that everybody back then was really chasing. When did that happen? Same thing with Battle Styles. It was the Tyranitar that everybody wanted. When did that happen?
As soon as the prices go up.
That's it, right? It's the prices. Same thing with actual Shrouded Fable. Thank you. That was what I was getting at. Shrouded Fable, the prices are going up, and now all of a sudden everybody and their mom is like, "Oh my god, these are so good." That doggy monkey thingy, that's cool. Yeah. Oh, there's a Persian in this set, dude. The IR market is so crazy to me. I understand it to a degree, but it still blows my mind because as a Japanese collector, the ARs are just, they work on a different playing field. So I don't know. Like, it's still crazy to watch the entire thing. If you like the IRs and you're being priced out, this to everybody, the Japanese market for them is so much cheaper. You can get the same like $40 card for like $3 in Japanese. No shit.
Crazy.
So
it's nuts.
Brian, from your standpoint, I mean, I know in a video before you mentioned, like, the way that you know if something's moving all of a sudden is you wake up and you see a bunch of orders going through for a certain set. I think you mentioned this with Paldea a while ago, a set like that. How are you viewing Shroud of Fable from a seller standpoint right now? Because you had a ton of that stuff come in, right? I remember you posting that on Insta and being like, wow, I got a shit ton of Shroud of Fable.
Yeah, they piled it on me. It's just like Nick said. It's like people don't care until it's worth money. And, I guess the debate there is, how does it get to the point where it's worth money? Maybe some big players in the game, I don't know. But he's absolutely right. People don't care until it looks like a good investment or a good flip. And it's bananas. And you'll see that with like 151 too. Obviously, 151's been extremely popular, the Japanese version I'm talking about. We sell a ton of them, obviously. But since the price has gone to like 150, 160, I've been getting like dozens of DMs and emails, a couple text messages from like my bigger customers that have like rip and ships and whatever. They're like, dude, can you get me 151? I don't care what price it is. And I'm like, bro, I could have got you it last week for $100. Like, what do you mean? He's right. It's like, as soon as like all of a sudden people love Drowsy. As of like 24 hours ago, Drowsy's everyone's favorite.
That's a pretty cool card, but
it's a cool card, but no one gave a shit before, like a week ago. It's hilarious. That's just how people are. And then what's funny is like,
it's such good artwork.
It is
good artwork, just, but like, get the good artwork last week.
It's just funny.
Oh my god, it's ridiculous. And now is when everyone's buying it. Yeah. And then it's like, and there's probably some other IR, I don't know, Starmie or something, and people are gonna be like, oh, someone's gonna buy them all up. They're going to list them on eBay or something for like 10 times the price. And then everyone will be like, oh, Starmie's dope. Like, I always liked Starmie. And then we'll be in the same conversation. It's ridiculous.
And I don't have anything against anybody who has like participating in the IR market or something like that. It's just funny to observe. That's the whole thing. It's just a funny happening that's occurring because you literally have another market to compare it to, which is the Japanese market or the Korean market or simplified Chinese that has all the same IR, AR cards and stuff like that. And just watching the comparison between them in English versus all the others, it's ludicrous. It's just something that's very easy to just make like a look at what's going on over there type of thing. If you're doing it, sure, whatever. It's your money, spend how you want. It's just, you gotta admit, it's a little funny.
It is. It really is. Yeah. And I think the thing is, it is inorganic. Actually, J-Love put up a nice little story today, which I agree with 100%. It is kind of like meme coins, pump and dumps. You buy all the supply, and then all of a sudden it goes up, and you sell it back. Like, you want to see the flip on the 10s. You pre-grade them. Okay, I'm not going to get a 10 out of any of these. Like, I'm going to put it back. And that seems very obvious. By the way, Arvin, Ultimate Pullz likes your accent quite a bit. That's really good. And
Nice.
got to buy them. Pokemon prices won't rise forever. Eventually, the hype will peak, and many new fans will be stuck holding the bag. Think before you buy. Yeah, be careful, guys. Don't bet the farm on this stuff. But yeah, the IR market is quite intriguing right now. It just feels like people are working their way down the list of things that are cheap. And
it does, right?
Going up. Like I think Hidden Fates is probably the next thing. Like it's still pretty cheap out there, and I know there's just a lot of that. Just seems how it is to me. Like what's below $300, you know, for a single. What's below $10-20? Let's pump it up, and then well, the FOMO's here. And I think for me, the content piece actually, like looking at it as a content creator, like, oh, Shroud of Fable's going up, I should make a video about that. And then that just kind of makes it even worse in a way because it's like, oh, now everyone's doing it. Like, yeah, it's a little bit strange to me. I want to get into
look at those guys.
Oh, here we go. Sorry, it's Ivan. This isn't the time, but I'll let you do it. Hey, go ahead, my friend.
No, I like those cards a lot. Those are good.
No, this isn't a flex. This is not a flex time. I'm just like going to talk about it. This card was literally like $50 a year ago in a PSA 10. It's almost $200 now. It's basically like free money if you buy Hidden Fates ETBs, and if you grade this and it gets a 10, you're basically getting the packs for almost free, which makes no sense. And then the Umbreon used to be like $180 to $200 for the longest time, and it's almost $500 in a PSA 10 now. So I mean, this is already pumped like crazy. This card skyrocketed when it first came out, the Zard, and then it kind of crashed, and it was like $600 to $700. I think it's pushing around $900 to $1,000 finally. And then I wanted to add one more thing. When you guys were talking about illustration rares and all that stuff, I think we're gonna like add it to a broader spectrum. It's not just the illustration rares, just the hobby in general. Like we get crucified as content creators if we talk about like money this, money that. Oh, like look at this card. But then like everybody chases the money factor in cards. And I've observed this in my streams myself. If you don't know, I do the mystery bags on TikTok, and like I put the chases, right? A year ago, the English Giratina Altar in a PSA 10, literally like $500, $550 in a PSA 10. This card, the English version. The Japanese version was, I don't know, $800. It was like almost double the price. And I was running the English one a lot, and people would be complaining. They'd be like, oh, when are you going to put the Japanese Giratina? We want the Japanese Giratina as a chase. And it was harder to find for me, right? Because I'm in the US. Anyways, now we flip it around. The English one's like $1,500, $1,600, and the Japanese one's around $900. And I put the Japanese as a chase, and everyone starts bitching at me. Why don't you fucking put the English? You guys are such fucking sheep. Like, holy shit. It's so funny your reaction to this shit. Like,
I agree.
Sounds right.
I agree, 100%.
Money's all it up. Like, what the fuck?
Opossum's been saying that like for years.
Dude, it really is the case. It's crazy.
Like, and I'm just laughing behind my phone. Like, you guys are just fucking idiots. I love it though. I'm for it. Fuck it.
People are. That's human psychology, though. You don't like things when they're cheap. You like them when they're expensive. You're told to like it, so you like it. That's
some psychology majors having a fucking field day at Pokemon right now, I swear.
Do a psychology channel. Psychologize now. Let's talk a bit about like we've had some kind of light and fluffy stuff. Let's talk a little bit about some of the not so good stuff. So yeah, obviously there's always some disgusting stuff. You know, the Pokemon to go stuff, you know, the whatnot crumpet packs, and you know, Goated Pullz milking everybody. Like, I mean, quite honestly, guys, like people have asked in the chat where we're at in the hobby. Like, are we at the lowest point of the last few years? Like, how do you guys make out right now? Like, what do you think is the vibe?
Define lowest point. Define that. What do you mean by lowest point?
Well, it seems pretty dark right now. Seems like everything is like nobody can afford product, nobody can get anything.
Okay, so
not always shillionaires making YouTube videos.
Does everybody not remember 2020 or 2021 at all? Because that was pretty grim, man. And that was the first time that stuff happened. And don't forget, Logan Paul was around that time too. So not only was like our modern stuff being taken advantage of, stuff like that too, vintage was getting massively pumped. Massively pumped. Like every piece of graded card, everything. Like PSA was backlogged for fucking, what was it, a year and a half, because everyone and their mom was submitting every card in like their collection to try to get it PSA graded. There was literally a ton of rip and shippers that showed up, took people's money, and then just left for Champion's Path and Shining Fates. I feel like it's bad, but we're not quite as bad as it was then, because I feel like at least some people learned what not to do. Some people actually took some stuff with them. It was really bad back then. It was way worse personally that I think it is right this second. It can get worse, and maybe as time goes on, maybe it will progress. But we've had whatnot scammers and whatnot ripping shippers doing terrible stuff for, I mean, like Blake Martinez. I think he was probably like the worst one. That was like, what, a year and a half, 2 years ago?
Blake's breaks.
Yeah, that dude literally like made off like a fucking robber, dude. So I don't think we're at the worst part. I just feel like there's more things to highlight and showcase. I mean, I put out a video before we even got on about some dude actually just like following someone stocking the vending machines and going to stores. And I mean, there's just more instances of people documenting that type of stuff. But if you really look back at how bad it was when that stuff happened, I don't think we're quite there yet. I think we can get there, but we're not there yet.
You remember Target? They
oh yeah,
cards because some guy like pulled a gun on someone in the parking lot.
Yeah, like an armed robbery.
Yeah, that was like 4 years ago.
Yeah,
it
was bad.
I don't think that's happened.
I saw a reel the other day. Some kid breaking into a store over 2 nights. I think Denerion had like put the eyes on it, so I saw it. I was like, "This is ridiculous, man." But so you don't think we're there yet? But
not quite. At least from someone who's been documenting this stuff for 5 years, I don't think we're quite there yet. It's getting there, and it's definitely not getting better. It's just I don't think we're quite as bad yet. We had some really, really bad scams that happened years ago that have not been quite matched or uncovered yet. Some of those guys got away with it too back in 2020, 2021. Like they just disappeared with money, but there's more people to talk about it, more people to bring eyes to it, and more people to hold them accountable. So it's not quite there yet.
And nothing lasts forever. Like people can't constantly scalp everything forever. Like we're gonna get bored of it. So only go let it end it for the hobby long term will stay. We'll see.
So there's the Poke Positivity movement, right? I guess you could describe it as such. But do you think people they like to get kind of fixated on the bad stuff more than the good stuff? People love to hate more than they do like to like.
At least on the internet,
gets more views. I don't know what to tell you. Like that's just the way it is. Like people, I can do a card opening, gets like 3,000 views. I do a drama video, fucking 20,000 views, easy.
Yeah.
And I mean, I like making both sets of content, but that's what people want. That's not me. I'll make either video. I'll make any of those videos anytime I want to. That's what people want to see, not what I want to create. So,
yeah, I've got it kind of down to a formula where I'm like I don't have the exact number down, but like every 3 or 4 videos, I try to do something like educational because that's kind of how we started. And then like I try to do like 1 or 2 a week of like drama / investing because people click on it. And then I try to do like 1 or 2 about news just to kind of stay well rounded. It's kind of like, take your favorite singer, artist, rapper, whatever, like Kendrick Lamar. He's a pretty deep guy. He's got a lot of deep songs, right? But in order to get fans to listen to his deep stuff he actually cares about, he has to make songs about Drake. So it's like, I'll make, it's kind of the same deal. I'll be like, oh yeah, drama, just to bring people in. If it brings 20,000 clicks, like Opossum said, and 10% of those people want to learn how to start a business or whatever, then great, I netted 10% of the people that I actually want to talk to. That's my theory.
I like that way of looking at it. PokeNose. So, Brian, I actually saw your video with applesauce. Are those biceps CGI? Looks like Dragon Ball Z. Like, what's the PokeNose wants to see you flex. I'm not going to force you to do that. Obviously, I could never do that. But if you wanted to give you $5,
absolutely not. I don't know why. Like the comments are hilarious on the biceps. Everyone's like, "What's your workout routine?" I'm going to give you an exclusive on my workout routine. You ready for this? I go to the YMCA. There is kids freaking everywhere. It's a miserable environment. My workout routine is going wherever the kids are currently not standing. So if there's like some high school kids around the leg press machine, I'm like, skipping leg day again, go figure. I go to the bench. When there's some stupid couple that's like making out on the bench, I go over to the curls. And people think I'm at the curls a lot, but like really I'm kind of everywhere. So I have not reached hot tub cigar smoking douchebag level to flex on camera, but I appreciate it. I haven't gotten there yet.
I love that. Yeah, skipping leg day. Derek's got a question here about reprints. Yeah, they're going to reprint everything. Don't worry, it's going to be okay. Pokemon Center Japan. I actually. So Arvin asked me as well to do something, so I'm going to put up on the screen because Arvin's bankrolling this whole thing. So. Hey Rob, it'd be hella good if I could show you some of the cards in my collection and tell you the prices off the top of my head. Some flexing would be good. Okay, so this is for Arvin. This is a game that Arvin wants to play. He wants to guess the PSA 10 price of a card. He asked me to do this. And these are cards that he has in his collection. It's going to go in order of some of his favorite cards to the most favorite. So, Arvin, we're going to kick this off. Are you ready for this?
Wait, what am I doing?
You're going to guess the PSA 10 price of a card. Okay, so I'm going to show you a card, and you're going to guess the PSA 10 card according to price carding. So eBay last holds. You ready?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, all right. Let me do this. I'm going to take this comment off the screen too. So
as long as it's not illustration rares, I should be good at this.
Oh, you're going to be great. I mean, these are all your favorite cards, so it's going to be easy. Okay, so first of all, we got this is Bubble Mew English.
Oh yeah, the Bubble Mew,
of course.
We want to know PSA 10 prices.
Tell me.
PSA 10. It's dropped recently a little bit. It had sales as low as like $930. Peak was around like $1,300 like a month ago. It's probably around like $1,050 right now, or like about $1,000.
$9.95. Is that what it is? Okay, you got that one right. Let's say you got that one right. Okay, we're going in order of most favorite. So next up is the Umbreon EX, the Sumbrion. I gave you the answer. What is it?
Fuck that card, but you already showed it. It's like, I don't know, 1,500 raw. I did see sales for around 3,600, 3,800 recent sales. It's dropping. Don't buy that shit. It's gonna keep
close. You're close, yeah.
That's a line. It's a downward trend.
You're around there. It's crashing, guys.
It's gonna go down.
Miriam.
That card is not that expensive. It's like, I want to say maximum $150 right now. PSA 10, maybe like $130.
Did you have your Miriam to show Nick?
Dude, I have like.
I actually bought one of those recently for $30. Like I think 25, $30.
In English?
Yes, in English.
Yeah, it's come down a bit in Japanese as well, right? Like it's really,
yes, dude. It's like
really,
last time I checked, I think it's under $100. I think it's sitting at like $90, $95, which is crazy because it's sat at $600 forever.
That's wild.
Yeah, I agree.
I can't really do this. I mean,
it's full of Miriams.
That is a good card. That is one that I think that people, if they like trainers, you should pick up a Miriam while they're cheap. That is a great card.
It's drawn by Akira Komiyama, right? I think.
Yep.
What else did they draw? Not full art trainers. They drew
I'm blanking. If it's not Kirasaki, I don't really know too much because that's my favorite artist.
There might be another one coming up.
Hey, wait, I was on the dot. I said 130. It's 130.
Yeah, you were right.
Yeah, you actually were right.
You were right there. You were right there, my friend. You were right there.
They don't call the milkman for no reason, baby.
They don't. It's going to get better because now we're getting into Goated Pullz hottest cards. Some of the cards he likes the very best.
Hands on the screen so no one thinks I'm fucking using my phone for price charting or anything.
No, he's not. These are just cards that he loves in the order that he loves them, with the most cherished ones coming up last. So we're getting to Japanese now. Gita, Black Flame.
Man.
Black Flame.
Sweet.
That is not the most popular card. Not much hype.
That's insane. That's such a good card.
No, I'm just saying in terms of hype.
Yeah, I know. I know what you're saying. It's just
there's probably like so many trainers that are more desirable in this block, but the artwork is really unique for sure. Dom's a good artist too. I want to say that card's maybe $100, $110 in a PSA 10. Holy fuck!
Damn, time to buy.
That's pretty.
I don't know how accurate that is, to be honest.
That's a floor card, dude. That's a floor card.
It doesn't seem right.
I'm telling you, man, the Japanese trainers, no one's buying those ones.
No one's buying them
at fucking all.
Super underrated.
Goated is, as long as they're not CGC.
He is, but like everyone else is like, yeah, I'll pass. You got any English ones?
Okay, we're getting into the real favorites now, man.
The Poppy SR, that's from Ruler of the Black Flame as well, right?
That's Black Flame too, yeah.
Dude, if the previous card was 31, fuck, I don't know, 27.
So close, so close. The best of the best now for you, Duro.
Ooh.
That's not even an SAR.
Yeah, I was about to say that's just the standard full art.
Like $20.
It's one of your favorites. I'm just giving the cards you told me to show, dude. Fuck.
$18, $20 PSA 10 max. Oh wow,
5.
Card's pumping.
Good Duro. Okay, and your favorite card? This is probably your favorite card in Pokemon. Surfer.
I've never seen that before.
Ooh.
Dude, you sent me all these just before the stream.
It's getting warm in here, boys. God. Whoo.
My wife was upset. She's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I haven't sent me some stuff. I got to do it."
It's for work, babe. I swear.
That's got to be 30.
Yeah, it's $30. It's $30. Great job. Great job. Let's do some rapid fire, guys. Let's do some rapid fire. We'll give some rapid fire questions here. Let me remove this from the stage. I'm going to ask you guys some questions. Doesn't have to be from an investment or a collecting standpoint or a business standpoint. Just whatever comes into your mind first. So we'll do some rapid fire. Okay. Brian, best set of the last decade.
Dream League.
Dream League. Nick?
I just wanted to make Nick choke.
Ooh,
Dream League.
That's a good answer. That's a good answer.
What can I say?
Oh man,
Ryan, did you call Marnie Lily or did you call Lily Marnie in the next video?
The meme is Dream League Marnie.
it is.
Yeah,
God, it's such a classic. I still use that to this fucking day.
I know.
Brian's such a good sport. Though. That's what I love about Brian. He's such a good sport.
The shit was funny. What can I say?
That's so.
Shit was funny.
That's not even a bad answer too. Honestly, Dream League is a good set.
Dream League is objectively against. I do.
Really good set.
That was like my favorite set to do on the Rip and Ships because like at the time it was cheap too. We did. I was nuts. I was like
Nobody
50, 60
cared.
bucks. No one gives
I
a
remember
shit.
getting them all when they came out. It was like 2019, I think, is when that set came out. And I picked up every card in the set for like $160 shipped to the US with like all that. Dude, no joke.
That's wild.
All
God damn.
All Piplup Gems that came yesterday.
You got them all?
God damn.
Are those
all-
surfers?
These are all Piplup character rare gems, and I have another like 30 of these Mimikyus.
The Piplup is nice. The Ace Roll and
my
Mimikyu
goodness.
is great. My personal
I
favorite is the Cyrus and Weavile. Weavile is one of my favorite Pokemon, but I like that one a
like
lot.
the Stoutland too. The Stoutland art is nice. It's very
Stoutland's
cheap.
very good.
It's pretty.
Nick, what do you think? What's your favorite or best set of the last decade?
I really, really like Matchless Fighters. I don't know what it is about that, but I cannot get that set. Like, just I look at it where it has like the Galarian birds. It's funny, it was DLC set. I was just talking about that. The Blaziken, the Komiya Slowking art. That set is so good. I had a ton of fun ripping it too. It was just a great set. The Blaziken is really, really a great art.
I like that. I like that.
Same with the Zapdos. My fault.
What's your favorite Goated?
Favorite's tough to say. My favorite card is Latios for modern, so probably team up. But in terms of like overall set, I'd say Evolving Skies or EV Heroes has more hits that are like nice. I'd say Evolving Skies because it's got the Rayquaza and the Dragonite as well. I like the artwork on those a lot.
Best Swish artwork cannot be a VMAX.
Ooh.
Let's take Nick first.
Cannot be a VMAX.
Let me look at my shelf.
I'm a really big fan of the standard Umbreon V, the one where he's like looking over all the dark type Pokemon on that wall. I think that is a objectively better card than Moonbreon, personally.
This one?
Which one? Yes, that one. That one is, I really do think that one's good. But favorite, ooh, that Zapdos, that Galarian Zapdos V. I really like that a lot.
This one?
Fucking Galarian Zapdos V. Yes, that one. That's like my favorite card. That's like I think my favorite one. We're gonna go with that.
Runner vibe. I love this card. The Zapdos is nice.
I like that one.
I feel like a fucking encyclopedia for you.
Oh man, you got them all. It's kind of crazy.
Fast.
Oh, I'm your little Alfred.
All right. English one, Brian. English 151 or Japanese 151?
Ooh.
Japanese.
I like it.
Yeah, Japanese.
Japanese all the way. You heard it here first, guys. Invest now. Invest now.
Pump
What's
it.
the next? Sorry, go ahead, Brian. What you say?
Pump it to 200.
Let's
Jesus.
do it, baby. It'll
He's
be that.
he's going for a box right now. I guarantee you.
He's got.
Oh, I know. He's got cards.
Here we
Oh,
go.
yeah, there you go.
Show us the. Oh, it's some bulk. We
Oh
got
my
some.
gosh,
I
man.
got these from Japan yesterday. I ordered 20 of every art rare. 20.
Wow.
Super good deal. I paid like less than $5 a pop. All
That's good, honestly.
God damn.
Every single art rare from 151 Japanese. All
They're all great.
They're all beautiful.
It's amazing.
Eric made the perfect comment at the perfect time.
Bottom left is just flexing now.
What's the next set that's gonna shill? What are we gonna be talking about next? What's the thumbnail next that we got to do? What is it gonna be?
Oh, Heatwave Arena is gonna be nuts. The ho-oh on it, the freaking the mommy card, as everyone's calling it. It's gonna be nuts. I honestly, I can't wait for that set to go down to $60 on the market because I know it's gonna happen. It's gonna be hilarious too.
You gonna be buying it all? You mortgaging the house on this one like you did Prismatic or Terrestrial?
Yeah, I mean, if it goes down to $60, I'll take like a PayPal working capital loan of like 200 grand. I'll just buy them all. It's free money, kind of.
But it's a trainer set, no?
It is a trainer set. I mean, that seems to be the case right now, at least. There's been a lot of mommies in the comment section about the Cynthia card, though, so I think that's a good sign.
Oh, that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, a lot of mommies in my comment section. I'm like, all right, here we go. Yeah, my wife does not understand it. She and my brother. I hired my little bro. He's like, dude, this is weird. I'm like, it's Pokemon, bro. Welcome to the family.
People for you, man. They see one card and they're just like, ooh.
Yep.
Pictures of happen with Athena too. Don't worry, just she won't be as popular. So if she gets anything.
All right, let me ask a question to Opossum. Between these 4 cards, rank these 4 cards. You got Thick Wick.
Oh, that's number 1.
You got Skyla.
Oh fuck! I spoke too soon.
You got Rosa, and you got the Misty.
Misty's dead last. I'm not the biggest. It's a good card. I'm just not like of evolution stuff like that. It's not my favorite.
Okay.
This
one's pretty too.
I like all those cards. Carmine's awesome. Like it's a great character in DLC, and it's a great card. It's super unique.
It's almost 300.
That's not fair because like I do like Wick, but I also like Black and White a whole lot, and Skyla and Rosa are both from that. Fuck, Wick's gonna have to be 3. I'll put Rosa at 2, and then Skyla's at 1.
Damn, Thick Wick in 3rd.
I'm a big Black and White fanboy. Dude, if it was like just Sun and Moon specific, number 1, easy. But Welder's my favorite. Welder's always going to be my favorite full art trainer of that variety.
But Welder's a husbando, no?
No, that's in the Japanese for the Tag Team All Stars. The one in Double Blaze, and for the female one. Yep,
I feel you.
But there is a male specific one that's only in Tag Team All Stars. You are correct.
Virginia's senior there, Nick.
Yeah.
My wife's probably watching too. Oh boy,
I like this card.
I want to know your organizational structure where you can pull these cards.
He has like a whole like card catalog of that shit. Like just dating
Dewey Decimal System back here.
Japanese organized with between here. Let me show you guys for a sec. It's kind of a fucking clusterfuck, but I have like stacks. So up there, I have more like the cards that are like mostly over $500 Japanese cards. Probably gotta make a video on this, but there's like stacks organized. And then down here I got a lot of English. I have like 20 of these EVs from Twilight. And then it just starts like going crazy down here, like miscellaneous. Oh, these are all Terrestrial Festival PSA 10s. I have like 21 Umbreons. I have like 50 Van Gogh 9s. More 151 hits. And then these boxes are filled with cards that are like 100 to 200. And I got
no thanks, Kanto Shark. You can keep the money. I can use the internet just fine. Google works just okay.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Sorry, I was just looking at the comment. Yeah. I'm not dumb. I know how to use Firefox. Thank you, though.
I like Firefox quite a bit.
Yeah.
Well, look, Goated, you do have a beautiful mind, my friend. That's why I made this thumbnail, especially for you.
It's very nice.
No, I like the game video you did. Make it more complicated next time. I'm down.
Yeah, I thought you'd enjoy that one quite a bit. So we got it going. I actually forgot about the Kanto video. I apologize for putting that up.
No, you're good. I don't give a shit. He's allowed to say what he wants, and so am I.
We'll figure that one out. Thank you, Kanto. Where were we at in this? Okay, I was doing the got to go through my deck now. I went back to the thumbnail. I was like, what are we doing here? English 151 Jap. Next set to shield. All right, so okay, here we go. Scarlet and Violet, or Swish, or Sun and Moon. Which you got to pick one.
I think Scarlet and Violet's been super fun. I don't know. I mean, it's like obviously a chaotic freaking time right now, but it's like the sets that everyone made fun of and didn't care about. Now everyone cares about them. All the sets after that people cared about, people still care about them. So it's kind of been love all around. It's obviously been like a little bit chaotic, but I guess the other generations have had their chaos periods too. I just think like they're getting better and better, hiring the right artists and letting them be a little more creative lately. Yeah, I say Scarlet and Violet. Is that a hot take? I don't know.
That's a shitty take.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
mean. I like
shitty take.
Oh, okay, we go.
You gotta humble the man. He's fucking sexy. You gotta put him in the face.
that's true. You gotta knock him down a peg.
Here's my
I don't
take.
know. All right. Well, okay. In fairness, so I obviously I knew a lot about Pokemon cards with the Dream League Marnie thing, so I've got like a lot of history. I was always a huge fan of the games, so that's kind of how I started. So like the Scarlet Violet's when I really started like opening the cards, especially for Rip and Ship. So I guess maybe I'm just biased because like I've seen basically all of them, and all the other stuff that's older, I just like I see in Investor Bros thumbnails. So maybe that's why. But for real though, it's like every single set in Scarlet Violet was either hated and is now like at least pretended to be loved for the sake of the money. And then the ones that came out hot, they're still hot. I don't know. I think there's a lot of good stuff coming too. I mean, if we're including like the Team Rocket, Destined Rivals, whatever, if we're including Black and White, which is going to be insane, I think it's only going to get better.
I mean, I would say the first 10 Scarlet Violet sets were kind of considered garbage. So just recently.
Until now, though, is what I'm saying.
Until now. But like when I got back into this like 5 years ago, my memory is more like Sun and Moon opening those tins with like Cosmic Eclipse, opening those Hidden Fates. What was it? Not Crimson Invasion. Lost Thunder, all those Sun and Moon sets, those for me. Like this card, this is the epitome. This is this is it. And the market agrees. It's like $5,000. But my heart is with Sun and Moon, but I would personally say unbiased Sword and Shield first, second Sun and Moon, third Scarlet Violet. Sword and Shield just has too much good shit. Evolving Skies with Chilling Rain, like Fusion Strike. It's just crazy. Lost Origin, Astral Radiance, Brilliant Stars. We're not even talking about the top chases. Look at the trainer gallery hits and like all these sets. They're so stacked. Like the Misty Starmie from Astral Radiance. I just think those sets are like so complete.
What do you think?
In fairness, a lot of those were hated too.
That's
Fusion,
true,
Chilling, and Battle. My distributor begged me to take those. I got
Fusion
them for
Strike was a joke.
Yeah, $78 is what and I was new. I wasn't even anybody yet. So like those weren't really popular until they got hot too. So it's like
Stuff was hated, but the Gengar and the Espeon and the Celebi were never fucking hated.
No, they weren't hated. It was just that they weren't liked to the regard that they currently are.
But they were always loved.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
You know what I mean?
But the set as a whole wasn't really.
Yeah, but
It was
it's
a
not
meme.
shouted Fable dog shit, Cassiopeia, and like all these illustrations.
Cassiopeia's not that bad. Come on. That's the boss of Team Star. How dare you? Kanto Shark, by the way, cool. Appreciate that. Just just talking.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Okay, battle partners. Also, actually, there was a comment actually put up like about. I put it was just back here. I was seeing it. It was a good one. It was about which card, if it was revealed from Team Rocket, would make you sell everything and just want to sink all your money into, or just make you go crazy for Rocket. I can't find the comment now, but it was a good one. What do you think, Nick?
I just want to see new Rocket Pokemon. I just want to see some Rocket Paldea Pokemon. I think that'd be super sick. Like, obviously, I have some of the fan favorites in there, but and that's what I do understand the frustration people have where it's like, man, if only they went full send dedicated Rocket set, like had a couple boxes in Japanese from separate sets and then made like one big one in English, that would have been cool. Had the classics and introduce a bunch of the, like a Rockets Tinkaton, Rockets Cerulege or something like that. Just some cool off the wall, different stuff that we haven't seen before. Honestly, that would have been great, but it's going to be the classics. It's going to be the ones that they always do. So I don't know, to break the ice a little bit, do like a Rockets Articuno or something like that. I know the Rockets Zapdos was a thing, but like just some little different, something that's like, of course they're going to lean back towards the fan favorites, but maybe a different fan favorite, maybe a little bit of a something like that. Rockets Rhydon, Rockets, like just something different. It's not quite the same things that they always do, you know?
Rockets Doug Trio.
Rockets Doug Trio.
There we go. Yeah.
I was literally about to say Tinkaton and Cerulege. That was literally in my head before you said it.
Yeah, those would be awesome as like Rocket Pokemon or Dark Pokemon or something like that. Like, I get the frustration.
Milky minds think alike, Nick.
Yeah,
Milky Mind.
Milky Minds.
Milky
All that
Minds.
milk in there.
I think Cerulege is going to be the go-to. I think that's the next Umbreon.
Cerulege and Armarouge are dope.
Yeah,
they're really
it's
cool.
A cool freaking Pokemon.
That's like Pokemon of the era, kind of like Lucario from the previous gen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I want Mewtwo's Mewtwo, but I don't think we're going to get that. Brian, what do you think was a card you'd like to see, but you know they probably won't do?
Well, I mean, yeah, I think they do need to have like the newer Pokemon for sure. It's like the you know, think about the kids, but like the newer collectors that do, you know, Scarlet Violet was their first game or whatever, they want to see stuff too. We don't only want to see like Arbok and Weezing and shit. But for the 90s kids out there, including me, I think it would be dope if they had some kind of like, you know, all these art rares now, they have like 20 Pokemon kind of hidden throughout, like little Easter eggs if you look carefully enough. I think it'd be dope if they had like all like the original, like, you know, Wobbuffet, Meowth, Coughing, Arbok, blah 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 blah, like all like kind of together in like a nature scene. I think that'd be kind of sweet. Yeah, I think that'd be fun. Like you know, like that like the Aerodactyl card where all the Pokemon are down there, and you can go like, oh, there's this
all the different fossil types.
There's
That's so good.
Yeah, like if they did something like that, like just a little bit of a throwback for the 90s kids, and then all the new Pokemon.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, what is your Dewey Decimal System? How?
I remember looking at this card last night, and I remember exactly.
Freaking muscle memory, man.
That is insanity.
Wasn't it, Brian? Like you got to think quick, bro. Every direction. Boom.
Say what you will, that dude really likes his cards. He knows where everything is.
Yeah, wow.
100%.
Shit looks organized, but I know where everything is.
It's true. Hey, whenever we have Goated on, there's always comments like, does he really like Pokemon, or is he really a nice guy? Like, I think this guy's actually really fucking a huge geek into Pokemon. Like, he really fucking likes
a scalper. That's why I got this LC reverse player.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's a facade. I think you like it.
Look at this sexy card I added to my PC.
He's just doing that to be tough.
I like that one. I can't see it very well.
That's actually very nice.
Is that Legend?
Nice. Dude, this is only like $1,300. I don't get it. It's super cheap.
It's like, only like $1,300.
Dude, no, for a Legendary Collection reverse holo.
I'm realizing how poor I am compared to everybody in here. Is the second like.
Dude, I don't have the discretionary income to buy any of this shit.
Like I can't afford it, but like that would I'd really have to think about that. I'd have to be like, man, am I buying that or like?
No, you don't understand. Okay, look, the pack alone is $2,000 all day, right? And it is
relatively to the. I get you.
It's
That's fair.
Hard to grade these reverse holos from the set. Right, and this is actually a desirable Pokemon. It's not like it's fucking Drowsy, right? It's Flareon, and a 10. Like, dude, this is like you could buy 2 of these for 1 Moonbreon right now. Like, what the fuck?
You put it like that. That's actually kind of.
That's what I mean.
All relative.
I'm not trying to flex my money. I'm just trying to use like logic here.
No, you're good. It was a joke. It's just that is crazy. You can get two of those for 1 Sunbreon,
and it's literally impossible to grade that in a 10.
Nobody wrote a song about those though.
No, that's not good.
Like, that takes the value out a little bit.
He's like, Flareon, not so good.
Not so good.
Doesn't have a ring to it.
It really doesn't. Same family, but distant cousin. What's this one? What's this one? Is that? Oh, is there Sunbreons? I can't see what you're putting up.
Oh my god!
Holy shit, man!
That is that one though.
They're all PSA 11s. Fuck.
PSA 3s.
Well, they could be. They could be PSA 11s if you get the right autograph on them.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah,
there's one man who single-handedly raises all card value.
10x your money right there, bro. Start printing.
I had 70 Bubble Mew Japanese. Now I have like 100. I bought more since last.
Oh my god,
jeez,
that's crazy. That's impressive.
I'm gonna keep buying them just for you, and then like maybe one day I'll give you one.
You don't gotta give me anything, man. I'll buy it from you.
It's almost $400. I'm pumping that shit. Let's go. Bubble Mew Japanese. I'm calling it $500 in like 2 months.
Why is Nick getting free consultations and free cards now? This is bullshit.
It's because I'm the one here that's different. I'm the one that needs to be won over. That's what it is.
He's for the community. He's for the hobby. He has a 9 to 5
for the people.
You're a fucking scalper, right? And then this gentleman is just an amazing host. Like me and you print, and then we got 2 amazing guys next to us.
No, that's not true. Y'all are good.
We're just eye candy. We're the money beats. That's what we are.
I guess.
For the people, me and you are scalpers.
Those guys are just gonna
billionaire, bro.
The rapid fire round's going great. Will CGC still be grading cards in 5 years?
That's I think they got one more scandal in them, and that's it, man. Honestly, like they'll go back to doing comics, and they will not touch cards again if there is just one more massive one. I think people will lose faith in them if given the right circumstances. I'll just say that.
Will they be grading? Yes. Will people buy it? I don't know.
That's the actual real thing I was trying to get at. Yeah.
Will you be buying it?
You might like Nick. Let's go. Nick.
Like they got one more in them before it's just like, you know what? I don't know.
It'll really depend how they handle the situation. I think they handle it horribly. That's my guess. Like, there's no way they're gonna do this the right way. No shot. I would never buy from them again.
Well,
I'd rather buy an A slab or a tag slab than fucking CGC.
Facts.
Yeah,
tag's great. Tag's awesome.
Facts.
Like, I'm gonna buy something that's gonna offer me something different. Like, tag has really cool grading. The slabs are basically like CGC slabs. They're super crystal clear, and they actually explain to you what the fuck happened to your slab. And like Ace, shout out Randolph. Those slabs, I actually like the Ace labels. They're actually really nice. I like the
Ace labels too. Yeah,
and they actually grade pretty strictly. Like, they're not like bullshit graders like CGC. Hot take.
Allegedly.
Yeah, I don't need the money from CGC, so I can basically say whatever the fuck I want about them.
I mean, CGC just runs full force at everything before anyone else. Like, people are just like, hey, I don't know about that. And CGC just charges straight to the very front. And they're like, you know what? Come over here. We'll take it. Oh, the set's not out for 2 whole months. That's cool. We'll grade it early, big dog. Oh, these cards just popped up out of nowhere. No one's ever heard of them.
Yeah.
Cool. Drop them in here, guy. We got fucking 5 graders dedicated. 2 months for this. We got you.
Is that a PSA 8 base set Charizard? Bring it over here. We'll give you a so our Instagram post can get 100,000 likes.
Oh my god. I forgot about that.
Win-win, baby. Let's go. Printing season.
Yeah. They're just goofballs. I don't know what else to say.
It's insane. It's insane to have like the respect that they do, honestly. Because like there was a lot of like the COVID grading companies that just came out of nowhere. Like during like the Collecticon, there was always 3 or 4 different grading companies. The fact that they're gone and CGC still lives after this nonsense, it's baffling to me. I mean, did anyone, I already made a million videos. Did anyone think that these cards that were supposedly 30 years old, made to literally test out the game, did anyone stop and think, hey, I wonder why these are in like literal pristine condition? Like, I guess the guys that were playtesting the game just decided, oh, instead of actually using these to test the game, let's just put them in a perfect sleeve and leave them in a freaking temperature-controlled, sun-controlled, humidity-controlled room for 30 years so that one day our idea might take off and we could sell them for $20,000. Like, I mean, Jesus.
Yeah, pre-boom or pre-knowing anything like that. What's funny is I think most people kind of knew or like had a suspicion that something was wrong with them. Just nobody could quite put their finger on what exactly it was or how well that would go over. But like, when it came out, I don't think anybody was really like majorly shocked other than the people that maybe put their money into it, which if you put money genuinely into it and you were hoping it'd be good, I feel bad for you. At the same time, like I feel like there was some writing on the wall to a degree.
If no other grading company's touching it except one that already has controversy, that's a problem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, think about that. Why wouldn't the other grading company, especially Tag, because like Tag's the new kid on the block, they want to be in the news, they want to take advantage. Like, if a new company on the block that doesn't even have much of a reputation to ruin yet, if they're not touching this shit, you should be worried. Because like, I actually think it's funny, Tag, I've noticed, maybe it's my algorithm or something, but since the CGC scandal, they have been like marketing like freaking crazy. I think it's brilliant. Like, you see their shit everywhere. It's like Instagram marketing on TikTok before TikTok got banned. It's like, I'm all for it. I think it's hilarious. But yeah, I mean, why didn't anyone see it coming? I really don't know.
Even Pat Flynn did a short though.
Yeah.
Tag. Great publicity.
Yeah. Tag looks cool. I'm not gonna lie. Their slabs look cool.
Yeah.
Tag's got something going on, man. I like Tag quite a bit. Hopefully they pay me for the sponsorship deal very soon.
Ooh.
Yeah.
There you go.
I have my money now. No, seriously, no, I like Tag. I think they're pretty cool. I genuinely, I do. Genuinely, I do. Okay, Evo.
Oh, that's diabolical.
That's hilarious.
What?
The comment.
Is what not a subsidiary of CGC? I mean, they're fucking synonyms.
Yes. That's sorry, I didn't even see I put that up. That's good.
That's hilarious.
That's just funny, the timing.
You ever see like those KFC and Taco Bells that are like conjoined? Like,
Yeah.
Not, for the most part.
Just over there on the side of the road, just like, man, how do they prepare both sets of food at the same time? What kind of magic goes on in there?
Milking each other, bro.
Milking each other.
Probably.
Holy
It's like Pizza Huts, and like Pizza Hut used to be grouped in with another fucking thing too that made absolutely no sense. Same thing.
Yeah.
Pizza Hut. Yeah.
That's the perfect analogy.
That's a good one. That's funny.
You're a poet. You really are a poet, Arvin.
Thank you, man.
I like it. I like it a lot.
I'm just a scalper, baby.
You're just a scalper. That's the mask you wear. That's the mask you wear. All right, crystal ball time. Evolving Skies price predictions in 2046.
Oh my god!
How many hundreds of thousands of dollars will?
You talk about for product or for like singles?
Let's just say a booster box, whatever. What was it? $1,300 now? $1,200 now?
Yeah, it peaked at 1,500. It's about 1,200-1,300 right now.
A beautiful, a goated mind.
I have like sealed product wise. What do I have? I have like 1,300 sealed packs, and I got probably like 20 booster boxes. I don't know what that is. Probably close to like $50,000-$60,000 in sealed product as a whole.
Bad. Well, what will it be in 2046?
And when? 2046?
Yeah.
21 years from now, I'll be 50 years old. 50 years old. Holy shit.
I'll be 60.
Damn. Time flies, guys.
I mean, if like, you know, Rocket, Jungle, etc., if they're like 10 to 15 grand now and it's been like 20-ish years, Evolving Skies is probably more hype than them, but also people are in a different like mindset now. Like a lot of people weren't like, oh, we got to keep Team Rocket for 20 years because then we can print on it. So I don't know. I mean, I'd say like, I would guess like between like 15 and 20 grand.
Wow.
A booster box on Evolving Skies?
In like 25 years? Probably.
Imagine getting fucked with a Duraludon or a fucking
It's a good card.
A sweet full art.
Good card.
Yeah, holy shit.
By then, the whole X-ray machine thing might be like mainstream and kind of respected. So if someone X-rays it and there's like a freaking, you know, Sunbreon 1.0 in there, then
come back 12 years from now.
Yeah, who knows? I don't think that would be completely outrageous. I mean, you've got very like mid sets from 20 years ago that are going for like, well, not mid, but like not nearly as hype. They're going for like 8 to 10 grand a day. So why the hell not? Why not 15 to 20?
I can't predict 20 years from now, but I'd say in 5 years, Evolving Skies boxes will probably be like $3,000 to $4,000. If Team Up went from 2K and it's around $4,500 a box, I could see Evolving Skies boxes being around $4,000 in like around 5 years. That's realistic.
I'm kind of afraid people won't give a shit by 2050. Like, will Pokemon even be that big?
If they're not gonna Pokemon, what are they going to care about? Fucking Beanie Babies?
No, some virtual bullshit. Some like metaverse looking, you know, fake world stuff.
That Bored Ape shit pumped like 5 years ago. No one gives a fuck about that shit anymore.
Yeah, thank God. Jesus.
We want real things we can touch. You know what I mean?
Well, we're back for falling for it again, though. I mean, look at the Hawk Tua coin. Like that was 3 years after the hype, and people still fell for that. Like, I agree with you.
Coins, y'all hear about
Adam 22,
the cut coin.
Yeah,
that's Adam actually 22 what it's called too. And it's like people bought that coin and was like, yeah, this is the coin that'll go to the moon. The coin where I sit in the hotel cuck chair and watch things happen. That's what I'm gonna actually invest in.
I saw the president of Argentina had a meme coin. And
he did.
He rug pulled it, and I mean, what? I'm still waiting for my Trump coin to come back, but
that's true.
Insanity.
I saw that the Argentinian president.
Here we go. Arvin's got some coin from Argentina.
What is your system?
You guys own coins.
I have Goated Pullz coin.
Oh, the Goated Pullz coin. See, that's the one I flipped.
Fuck the fake coins. I got real coins.
I'm waiting for the meme coin, the Goated Pullz meme coin, and the PokeNE meme coins.
Yeah, who's more likely to start a meme coin, me or Goated? That should be a good trivia question.
Only takes a couple minutes.
I'm not doing that shit. I'm just saying. People think I will, though.
Just launch it on Solana.
Yeah, I don't even know how any of that works. I have $10 of Bitcoin. I bought 'cause my friend took my like coin account once and he bought them for me. I don't know how that shit works. I don't understand any of it. I don't want to. It's too much. I just like
pay on Bored Apes.
Yeah, like I don't know how that shit works.
That's cool if you did.
We're getting on topic. The guy that said EV Heroes, I'd recommend buying EV Heroes. I think EV Heroes has not like risen in a long time, and it probably should go hand in hand with Evolving Skies.
Oh, dude, you got slammed. I put a reel together where you were talking about the best things to spend 20 grand on. People like Eevee fucking heroes, shiny treasure. What's this guy talking about? Like, just buy.
Why would anyone say Eevee heroes and be like raising an eyebrow? Like that's like a controversial take. That makes perfect sense.
People like the shiny treasure shout. I mean,
shiny treasure is good too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I printed off of Brian's purchase. He helped me out with. Remember, I bought that shit for $29. It's almost
Oh my god, that was $29. That's crazy. You bought like 300 something boxes, didn't you?
I bought over 1,000 boxes within that week period.
Yeah,
I spent like $30,000. It's worth about $60,000 now. That was like 2 months ago, 3 months ago.
Yeah, that was very recent. That's crazy. I agree with you with Eevee Heroes. That hasn't really done much at all in the past several months.
$380 to $400 for the last 6 months at least.
People are heavily focused on the English counterpart of the second Evolving Skies. The second, like they stop focusing on that, they're gonna realize, oh shit, Blue Sky Stream and Eevee Heroes are Japanese. Not only is it in Japanese, they have it in Korean and other languages too. And people are gonna like eventually flock over to that because I mean that is really one of the. It's a little bit more affordable than a fucking Evolving. That is more affordable than an Evolving Skies booster box. The premium.
Oh, I love those.
It's so cool.
Gorgeous.
Like that's more affordable than an Evolving Skies booster box, and you get 2 booster boxes in it plus a promo. So I don't know.
All these VL cards, fucking buying them all. All these VL card PSA 10s, and I'm with you, baby, Mr. Opossum. I have 15 of these right now.
Oh my 15? God!
God dang.
15 of these.
Wow.
I mean, it's a good product.
Dude, the Espeon promo, are you fucking kidding? Let's scalp together. We're scalper brothers.
Arvin, do you buy any other assets with your considerable amounts of cash, or just Pokemon?
My net worth is like literally 98% Pokemon.
Okay.
Is that crazy?
Hey, it's working out great so far. Who am I to give you advice? Buy a house or something if you don't already have one.
Oh, I will.
So no.
I need to keep printing. I'll buy a house.
Got a plan.
Buy some real estate. Hey, you're doing great, but yeah, get something real.
Are you saying the market's going to crash and all this is going to be worth nothing?
No, not at all. But buy a house.
Rob?
That'd be crazy though.
That'd be hilarious. Be like Beanie Babies.
I mean, I really don't want to be an Uber driver again. Those are nice fucking.
I find your story quite inspiring. I actually really like you, Goated. I think you're a decent, genuine dude. I think you hide behind this scalper mask to protect yourself. I don't know. I think you're a genuine dude.
Many layers underneath.
There are. I honestly think there are.
Peel my layers off.
Layers.
Hey, maybe with Surfer Dude we'll do that on another stream. So we'll have a little chill sesh after this. I realize we're past the hour and everyone's in here, and I really appreciate it. Final warning, like obviously that was a ChatGPT generated 2-word thumbnail, but where are we headed? Where is the future of the Pokemon hobby going? Like, where do you guys see things over the next little while? Brian, I'm going to pass this to you first. What's the future of the Pokemon TCG?
Straight to shit. That's it. No, I think I'll be all right. I think it's going to be a lot like the last 3 years. That from the people I listen to that have been in it for a much longer time than me, they don't really seem all that surprised about what's going on now. Cyclical keeps coming up again and again with these like people that have been around for 10 years. It's like the same old thing. And I think we're already seeing a little bit of that. You know, English is getting too expensive, so people are buying Japanese now. Now, all of a sudden, all my Korean and Thai cards are selling like crazy. I haven't sold a Thai booster pack in months. Now that's going crazy. And so, like I said, I think what's going to happen is, I said it earlier, if you want to rewind the tape, viewers, but people like me, my vendors like me, we're going to get greedy. We're going to over-order. We're going to get what we ordered. There's going to be a big fire sale. English will get back to normal. People will stop pretending they give a shit about Japanese. People will definitely stop pretending they give a shit about Korean and Thailand. And then we'll be here all again in another 2 or 3 years. I think this is just part of the deal. I think this part of like what we're talking about now is just part of the deal. So I think Pokemon will be A-okay. Even the people right now, though, that are panic buying and spending way the hell too much on all these products, it's like, I don't think, I mean, maybe the investor bros will regret it, but for the average consumer, the average fan that just wants to put, the next Mommy Cynthia card, the next Mommy Cynthia card in their binder, I don't think like in a year they're going to be pissed off if they spent, even double the amount of money on it. I really don't. I think now they want it. If they want to buy it, great. I don't see a lot of regret if they overpay it in a couple years. Now, the people that are spending their mortgage on Prismatic Evolution ETB cases, that might be a different story. But I think it'll be okay. I think just get through this. I would recommend for collectors, like, buy what's affordable now, because if you don't buy what's affordable now, it's going to get unaffordable, and then you'll pretend that you want it then. So you might as well just cut the middleman out.
I like that approach. I like that. What about you, Arvin? We'll leave Nick to last because he's going to have a good take.
What's the question? Sorry, I'm reading the fucking comments. Some people are fucking stupid.
No, it's okay. People love you. They like your accent. What's the future of the Pokemon TCG?
I mean, my net worth is highly Pokemon, and the reason is I'm kind of like starting away from your question, but I'm going to address it too. But the reason I put most of my net worth in Pokemon is like I don't see it really going down. And if it does, I have a significant amount of Pokemon. Even if it went like crashed 80%, which is literally almost impossible for it to crash to 80%, my entire Pokemon collection, I'd still have, I want to say, a couple $100,000. And I'm totally fine with living with a couple $100,000 as a 29-year-old. It's a decent amount of money. You know what I mean? And like, why not? Let's go to the moon, baby.
Have you ever spoken to an accountant?
Yeah, I have a CPA. I pay $500 a month to do all my taxes and everything for my business.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, just I mean, there's depreciating asset stuff you can do with your house and stuff like that. But
no, like I would say I always obviously have capital as well. And because of my stream, like we were able to move like inventory really fast. Like last month we sold $420,000. Like if I want to, we can liquidate like easily $100,000 within a week. And like Shopify pays me out like within like 2 or 3 days. So if I wanted to grind my ass off, me and my employee, like we could get an extra $100K into our bank account by like next Tuesday or Wednesday. And I usually try to keep around like $50,000 at least to $100,000 cash in my bank account, or like purchasing collections at a good deal, or if I see a buying opportunity with Shiny Treasure with Brian, shit like that. I try to have some cash, right? But I would say I probably have nearly $500,000 in sealed in my storage and in the room, and then slabs and stuff. I don't know, maybe like 300, 400, 500K with an extra like 100K in cash.
So I think for casual viewers, it's very important to know. I think actually like whatever is going on in Goated Pullz's mind, in all seriousness, I think he's a very smart guy with a very high IQ. I don't recommend this lifestyle for everybody. Okay, I just want to say that right now. If
you have to realize I have ability to liquidate all this shit so fast because of the stream I built, and almost no one can do that. I'm not trying to flex. I'm just being honest. Like, if I wanted to, we could sell like $1 million in the next like 60 days of Pokemon cards, and I'd have all cash if I wanted.
I do the same thing. You can scold me too, Rob. Like I'd say 80%. I
want to make sure people watch.
No. I think like 80+% of my net worth's Pokemon. I have a house, but like it's a mortgage. It's not like I own the house. But yeah, we have a pretty similar value of sealed stuff as Goated. And again, it's like if I didn't have a community or whatever you want, a customer base, an email list, I'd be like maybe a little more scared, although I do have a lot of confidence in the market. But yeah, if you don't have, I'd say, an email list of 20,000+ people and you can't clear stuff out as quickly as me and Goated can, probably not a great idea to have like $500,000 plus in this investment. But yeah, I do run my life very similar to that. Like I'd say 85-ish% of my net worth Pokemon. And I honestly tend to go deeper. I really do. Like I don't see me going down. I think that percentage will stay the same or increase. So I'm confident in the market, to answer the question again. Like I think it's good for at least 5 years plus.
The difference is you DoorDash like Chili's in Nebraska, and I eat oysters and sushi here in California.
Hey, I eat occasionally I'll get me some Jersey Mike's.
Hey, Jersey Mike's is good. I was watching your video about time efficiency. You're like, I don't like to splurge too much, but if I'm like working on something and I don't want to take the time to go drive to a restaurant and get the food, I'll DoorDash it, even if it costs me an extra $20. I'll be like, in that 1 hour period, how much more work could I have done?
Exactly.
Time efficiency is very important too if you want to be successful in anything in life.
100%. And Jersey Mike's is delicious. It got bought by BlackRock for 10 mil though, or 10 billion. Either way, BlackRock bought it, so it's gonna go to shit. So get your Jersey Mike's soon, guys. It's all going downhill from here.
Slash costs. Nick, what do you think? Where are we headed, my friend?
Oddball here. I don't have that much in product or anything. I do have some product. I do have some things that I have sitting in the back. I don't have a lot of debt. Don't make a ton of money moves or anything like that. Just kind of buy the things I like. I have been pulling the trigger on more cards and more things that I've been wanting to get. I've been making collection goals happen. I've been making things just appear in the binder that I've always wanted to happen. And I would say to people, like, we're going to have some pretty rough, interesting times over this next year, and especially going to the 30th anniversary. It's going to be rough. It's not going to be an easy, fun time for everything. It will get better, like they're all saying, but you're going to have to strap in for a little bit. We're not going to have a super easy ride here in the Pokemon space, at least for not another 365 to 540 days. It's going to be a minute before we see anything good, but it will happen. Pick up cards. Pick up things that you can see. Don't be a complete dick to just people that you can, like, still have friendships with people here. Fucking try talking to people about some specific things. Try doing other stuff. Try branching out. Don't fucking compromise how you feel about stuff, but listening to how other people are, listening to how other people feel about stuff, getting different perspectives. It's something I've been doing a lot more lately, and I'm very glad I did. There's a lot of good things here, a lot of bad things here, but there's a lot of good stuff that happens. Pick up cards. Pick up some cheap cards. Pick up some stuff from different places. Fill up your binder. Pick up a deck. Play the game. It's fun. It really is. Make some friends. Have a good time. Make some content. It's literally the time to make content here in Pokemon. Like, as much as everything is going up in, like, product and fucking value of cards, views are going up just exponentially with Pokemon right now. There are so many eyes on our space that you can make a video almost about anything and probably get 2 to 3 to 4 times the views you would normally get. Honestly. Just try something. Have some fun here. Kick it, cut it loose, and fill up some binders, man.
I like that. I like that a lot. That's all the agenda I have, guys. You guys get to chill for 15, 20? You got, like, with the chat? Are you okay with that?
Fuck yeah.
Over time, yeah.
Go for it.
So Shady did tip and said, this feels weird to me. A serious question. Prismatic is impossible to get at MSRP. I joined this cook group. I'm assuming this is not like a methamphetamine group. This is like a Pokénotify Discord. Am I part of the problem, or is Pokemon just not printing enough? I feel bad.
Heavy.
I mean, ultimately, if you're paying the price for product and, like, you're having an okay time with it, you're not doing anything super scummy or nothing like that. I mean, why do you have to feel bad about that? There's people that are getting product in way scummier, crappier ways. There's people that are paying $150 a box, which by all means, if they feel good about that, they feel comfortable about it, awesome. There's way worse things, in my opinion, than just buying some product right this second. The thing with people like me, and the thing that I think people are kind of out of touch with, is people that buy said product will sometimes lecture other people about buying said product. That's where kind of the issue stems from for people out of stuff. You want to pay whatever you want. Pay what you want for your money. Just do that. It's fine. People are allowed to make their own decisions on what they want to buy. Just, if you are doing that, if you are purchasing said product, if you are going out there and you are overspending, which by all means, you're more than welcome to, just don't lecture other people about said spending. That's just a very bad look.
I would agree with that, yeah. Just to give my take on this, I think you're okay in this hobby as long as you're not resealing packs, and as long as you're
there's way worse things that happen.
Yeah. Or crumpling them.
Yeah, crumbling them up, or like pushing other guys out of the way at Costco to try to get stuff. I think you're okay. Don't feel bad about yourself. Go and enjoy the hobby that you like.
It's your money, man. Spend it how you want. Just be able to talk about it and get something out of it.
I agree. HD Cards has a question for you, I think, PokeNE. I started my LLC, 1125, selling on TCG Player and eBay is going well. I just started my website, and that's a different story. LOL. Any advice to drive traffic?
Well, Nick already answered your question. Make content, because if you guys think all these ARs, IRs, or whatever are going parabolic, content's going more parabolic. Content is probably the highest appreciating thing in the Pokemon world right now. Anyone can pick up a camera, talk about pretty much anything Pokemon related. If your audio is decent, your visuals are okay, you have decent lighting, and you have somewhat of a personality, even if you're a dick, you're going to get views. The trick is consistency. And I say that because if you want to sell on your own website, you need to bring something to the table because there's so many scammers out there right now. Like, think about your behavior. Would you buy Prismatic Evolutions ETBs from some random website that you never heard of or had no reviews? Like, probably not. You'd go to eBay. That's why your eBay is doing well, because that's where people are going to buy this thing, because they're protected by eBay's policies. You are not eBay. You'll never be as big as eBay. So you need to, instead of like protecting your customers with crazy policies and billions of dollars that eBay has, you need to show the world that you're like a decent, trustworthy human being. And so, in my opinion, if you're not making content like at least 5 times a week in the form of a long video or short video or posts, your website just won't ever succeed. Don't put money on your site. Don't advertise it. Don't spend money, because that won't get you anywhere. You need to put yourself out there. And if you're not comfortable doing that, just sell on eBay, because that's a fine way to build a business. That's chill. But make content though if you want to get your website cooking. And what I'm doing right now is I'm advertising the fact that we're going to do the next 2 sets of MSRP, at least the initial print from the distro. So 1,000 boxes guaranteed, maybe more. And so if you have access to product, or you have access to a deal that you're willing to provide, now would be a good time to make an Instagram reel and say, hey, I'm going to do whatever set at whatever price guaranteed. Join my email list. We'll see you on the other side. That's grown my email list considerably.
And even if your audio is shit, you can still do pretty okay.
That's true.
Look at me.
I was about to say, look at me, dude. If I can make content, anybody can. One phone, one fucking headset, microphone, and that's it. That's all I do.
And no chair.
And no chair. It's good for the legs. Good for the blood clots.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
And people love you. Like, your channel's crazy right now, and it always has been. It's because Nick is real. Like, that's all you have to do. You don't need to be nice or mean or like put on any sort of mask or whatever. You don't need to bring money. Don't open cards, for God's sake. Do not open packs to get views. It does not work. Just talk. I mean, do you see him spending money on stuff? I don't even spend money on my shit, and I'm the shillionaire. Like, just talk. It's a good time. Do what we're doing right now.
Yep. Yeah. Everyone's channel here is popping off, and not really opening cards, honestly.
Yeah.
Just scalping.
Just scalping. Just milking everybody at the card shows.
The milky bags.
Milking. I love the milk.
Just milking all the people.
Guys. Just the old two-hander.
Two-hander, there you go.
That's a big one you got there. That's a handful.
Fuck, Rob can't handle the live, dude.
Yeah, made my night.
But no, for real, like it's all true. Just make some content, be genuine about it. And honestly, there will be people like you. It is a crazy time in the content space for Pokemon. There's people who have never touched a Pokemon card that are firing up channels and they're finding success with it. You can too. Not to be corny or anything, but it's real. You can.
But have an idea of what you're talking about too.
Yes, for sure. Don't just hop on and like no course of action, but like you want to talk about market stuff, talk about market stuff. You want to talk about, you know, sets and what you think sets will be like in like a year or so. You want to build decks and show people how to build decks. Go for it, dude.
Ask yourself what you like. What do you like talking about? What actually interests you and what actually fascinates you, and do that. And if you're making a store, like Brian said, everything he said is right, but make sure the product you're selling is actually good as well. Fairly priced, relatively.
Yeah, I agree with that too. And there's a couple of comments about not wanting to show your face. You think you're ugly.
Oh, yeah, you do not have to do that. I didn't show my face for the first 2 years of making content.
No, you don't have to. True. Like I work a lot with Galaxy Card Store. He's a buddy. He's always supported my content. And he never shows his face, and he's doing great. Like, I mean, I think it's better to show your face in the long run, but you don't have to. You don't have to do that, guys. If you don't feel comfortable, don't worry about that. Just I think go to hit on it too. Like, have fun. Like, don't just be here because you want to be here for some monetary gain. Like, you don't make that much money on YouTube. Like, just have fun. Like, that's my advice. Like, if you enjoy it and have a passion for it, do that thing. The life's too short. That's my advice.
Why do you think I'm making my videos? You think it's making me more money? Not really. I just like fucking getting a reaction out of people. It's funny.
You're good at it too.
The comments are great.
I love reading my comment section.
I do too.
Fucking J Love's comments. That video has over 1,000 comments. I'm just like,
oh my god, that was good.
Oh, fuck.
That's some quality stuff.
Even the live, some people are just like, "Goated, this is a scammer."
I get all kinds of comments too. I think all of us get comments every once in a while that are like pretty. Like we all do.
Oh yeah,
mine
part
are
of the fun.
Tame. Yeah. Mine are usually like, "Oh, you were wrong about this." It's like, yeah, well,
you not perfect person.
Whoops a daisy. Mine are pretty tame, honestly. But no, I see some of the goated ones.
And Goateds are probably the worst.
Definitely. Funnest to read.
Terrible.
Hope you stop
Terrible
looking
human
at them in the morning. That's some fucking good shit right there.
Pokemon OnlyFans. Ooh.
Yeah, well, Gonzo has that market corner.
That was
right
2020, 2021. That was another thing that was floating around in that time was Pokemon themed OnlyFans pages. Honestly,
there are a couple still out there.
That's a good idea.
There are some, but I feel like there was more back then.
It's a good idea, actually. I might look into that.
Just don't fuck it up like they did.
Yeah, shit.
Once you get your hair cut,
Milky Bag
you should be okay.
Get your hair cut, and you can do the feet pics, and then you can just go progressively from there.
I teased the feet on the Vice interview. A lot of people commented on that. I could bring that back. I need to copyright strike Vice so they can hide my feet. Make them
put in something. Be like, hey, do you guys mind blurring this?
Yeah, the little edit blur feature. That'd be good.
Was it soles or was it the top of the foot? Like, there's different feet connoisseurs. Right?
It was all sorts of angles, and it was my wife too.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. It was like you like doing like orders and stuff, and like on the floor, like you like
Yeah.
walking and stuff. I do remember that now.
It's very. At first, I was like, "What's with all these comments?" And then I watched it. I'm like, "Oh shit, that was pretty like." That was pretty in your face.
They showed my feet a lot.
Yeah,
This guy's weird.
I got
Not
Dan
you, the guy filming
Schneider.
it.
I got Dan Schneider on that shit.
You got victorious.
You got a B-roll with a cigar in your mouth too, right?
Oh god damn it. I fought the cigar thing. In fairness, I fought that. They insisted. I didn't know how to hold it. The producer. So I had it in my hand and he's like, "No, you hold it." And the man took my hand, literally. And I don't even know how he did it because I've never smoked anything in my life. And he positioned my fingers. He's like, "That's how you hold it." And I'm like, okay. Never even held a cigarette. I ate a candy cigarette once. That was about as crazy.
I've never smoked a cigar, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't drink, I don't smoke. So I mean, I almost did after that whole thing, but like I've refrained.
People in my comment section think I do cocaine.
Do you know?
Like people think I'm on drugs as well because I like sometimes I'll move around a lot since I'm standing up. It's like my feet will like kind of like they'll be tired or something, or I'll be like that. People are like, "What the fuck is wrong with this guy? This dude like literally just do a whole line before he does something."
Speed.
Right there off my fucking elbow or something.
I love when you start like pointing at the camera, Nick.
Yeah,
so,
you.
Yeah,
Like,
like,
there we go. You. Well, I forget where the camera like actually is on it. So sometimes I'm like over here. I have to be like,
just look at it.
holy fuck.
Yeah, we got some feet comments pop. I'm trying to keep up with this.
Yeah.
I actually, so I started this bottle of bourbon, and now I'm quite a ways through it. So I apologize.
"Oh no, you're good." A little bit more, you might actually get some feet, guys.
Yeah.
Send him $100 super chat. I'll show both feet at the same time.
Ooh.
That's right.
I'll show you
$100
someone's
super
feet.
chat. Get Rob some paper.
He's got
Spoil him, baby. Spoil him. He's gonna milk you.
That's crazy. That's like one of the biggest fetishes ever is like feet. But you never hear anybody really talk about it. It's like a super secret private thing.
Yeah, there's a whole iceberg for it. Me and my roommate were gonna do it in college. I spent all my money on shoes and G-Shock watches because Eminem had a G-Shock and I wanted to be like him. So we had a whole operation set up and we had plans, man. And then I went bankrupt and I had to move back with my parents because I spent all my money and they didn't condone it. But yeah, I was gonna be a foot model. It was
man.
Dude, 2012, 2013, that was the time to do it, man.
Dude, it's 2024, 2025. I remember like young airmen like showing up to like the building, and sometimes you'll just hear them talking about like how they can't afford stuff and this and that. And one of them will be like joking, like, "Hey, you want to like sell some feet pics or something like that?" And like you'll just hear it in the back of the truck, like something talking about it. And then they'll kind of laugh it off. And then 2 hours later, they'll hop back in. They'll be like, "So like, if I wanted to do that, what website would I use?"
You gotta afford Prismatic Evolution somehow, man.
Hey man, like you got that link? Like not for me, but like like.
I just want to make fun of it. I just want to leave a comment. Yeah.
So 12 years later, nothing's changed. Everyone's still trying to sell their feet.
That's right.
Hey, by all means.
Just get it going. When's the Urbane sent us $1.99? Thank you. When PokeNE OnlyFans asking for the chat? I think we've covered this one. I'm a bit behind, but
definitely covered that.
Yeah, it's
give me my haircut first, otherwise no one's gonna be down.
Get him the haircut.
Opossum has feet like Snorlax. What the fuck?
TikTok live it is.
Where is that? Where does that go?
If it's still around, I guess.
Gonzo has
Yeah,
a really good
honestly.
OnlyFans. I can tell you.
Toes for tips or tips for toes. What was it? Was it toes for tips or tips for toes, Gonzo? I think it was toes for tips.
I love that.
It's so stupid.
Goated Pullz gets with porn stars. What?
Ooh.
Wow.
I'm behind on the chat. What's
Takes
this?
a whole new definition of milking.
Corn stars. What the fuck?
Most of the Pokemon YouTubers have great hair. Someone said something about Nomix having great hair. Yeah, a lot of Pokemon YouTubers have good hair.
J-Love has great hair.
Yeah.
J-Love does have good hair. Him and
Yes.
PokeNE have diametrically opposed hairstyles. We can say that for sure. But
The polar opposites. That's why they're destined to fight.
I like J-Love's content. I know.
No, I don't have a problem with Julian. Just sometimes
I literally shouted out his content the other day.
did?
Right at some point recently, I'm like,
Yeah,
yeah, the guy's
wasn't
kind of
long ago.
goofball, but he has great videos. The dude does great videos.
Same. I don't like him that much either anymore. However, I did recommend someone to go watch his content.
Yeah, I don't like
have any
Kanye
issues with him.
West, but I love Stronger and Heartless.
True. Well,
Like,
Ugh.
I can separate the artist from the art.
Yeah. He's
I don't
been
know.
on some shit recently. He's been on.
He
some
has
more,
been on some shit. I don't know. I might
like
need to
more
stop
recently.
listening. Yeah.
What is the deal with him and his wife appearing naked all the time? Like, what?
Oh,
what
that
is
was
up with
weird.
that?
Yeah, that's
Well,
the publicity shit. I don't know.
Wait, who?
Yay.
Ye and his
Ye.
wife that he.
That was
I don't know
something.
what goes on, but she
Who's his wife?
shows up places with like no clothes on and
Yes.
makes it a public grand display for everyone to take pictures of and to see,
Mhm.
with Ye standing over there to the side doing that like that chewing bubblegum face he always does.
Yes.
I don't know what it is. It's
It's
just
like
like
such a good way to put it.
Yes.
Well, he's got to hide the metal teeth. They're probably hurting
yeah,
him.
that is why he does that.
That's
right.
why
I
he's doing
forgot.
it, dude.
That's right. I
The weird
forgot he
metal
did that.
teeth. Yeah.
Damn.
No, that makes sense.
You guys have too much free time on your hands. I don't know any about this.
Chronically online, dude.
I'm just sleeping and printing. That's all I do.
No, I don't
Making
sleep.
money.
I'm on all the cocaine, remember?
You're memorizing all the cards.
On meth. You look like a
Hair
meth.
pull, pokey plumber,
I get
PokeNE.
a lot of meth. I get a lot of meth
You're from Nebraska. You're
accusations.
a meth head. He looks like he likes.
I'm up all night. I look nuts. I mean, it's fair.
Who has better hair, Nick the Pokey Plumber or Brian PokeNE?
I mean, Pokey Plumber does have good hair.
Plumber
does have
always
great
with that
hair.
fucking tight fade.
Yeah, I was about to say he always looks fresh. There's always a
He
fresh
does.
haircut or a fresh look to him.
He's got this
He's
little
much more
weedy
manicured.
back. I fucking love him. He just texted me too an hour ago. Great.
He's got the dispensable income to get a proper haircut. I get a haircut twice a year. I pay myself minimum wage. I can't afford haircuts. I'm serious.
I like Rob's hair a lot too. It's very comparable to yours. Rob's has more flow. to be
Yeah.
honest.
I got a lot going on here.
One's got all the gel in it.
I
Yours
don't
is
need
like-
any product. I've said this before.
I don't know how to explain Rob's. Rob's is like a
Yeah,
leopard.
they are very similar.
Yeah.
They are.
Same
Yeah,
here.
it is.
I remember when we did a live together, Brian, the first time on my channel, someone was like, yeah, they're basically the same person. Well, not quite, but
Not exactly. You're not a
Yeah,
shillionaire, so
exactly.
you gotta slow down.
Exactly.
But,
Not yet.
They both have good
yeah,
hair.
but yeah, it's strangely similar actually.
You're both kind of like leprechauns.
I wouldn't say that. Arvin. Leprechauns are quite small.
They got pots of gold.
Oh yeah,
That's true. Yeah, Lucky
You guys
Charms,
are
great
awesome
cereal,
leprechaun, but
Sure, great goated cereal. Yeah, sure.
coated cereal. People are
see.
saying it's plumber.
Well,
It's
someone
plumber.
say something about my knees. I could swear I saw something about that.
One sec, I'm trying to look. I saw something about
said you have to
knees
eat like Snorlax. That shit was funny. I don't know what the fuck that means.
I don't either.
Sorry, I'm gonna scroll down the chat. I'm behind.
Naked pack rips. That was a thing. That actually was a thing at one point. It might still be.
brilliant.
I believe
Good idea.
PokeNips does still do naked pack rips. I believe
For science.
she
Dude,
might
imagine-
science. Yes.
Imagine if Whatnot had an 18+ section and there was like fucking nudity, like dollars.
What's crazy is all of Whatnot used to be the 18+ section. And
But,
then they
like-
lowered the age to like actually be in there.
Imagine like dollar starting like a fucking pack of Crown Zeniths with a fucking naked girl. That'd be fucking wild. That shit would go crazy.
You can find that now.
I was about to say that probably exists somewhere already.
It's
Where?
100% around. Trust
It
me.
should. That's
There
smart.
has to be an OnlyFans specifically for what you were describing. Like there has
Do
to
you
be.
live stream on OnlyFans?
I don't know.
Yes.
You can? Well, I don't know. He knows.
It's a really good
100%
idea,
you can, yeah.
actually.
Spoil me, baby. I got to spend my money somehow.
That's true.
Haircuts
Oh,
and
man.
OnlyFans. You guys got it all. Goddamn. I just gotta do the free stuff.
The previews are better than the main stuff. I'll tell you that right now.
What are these
Oh
comments?
my god.
Your comments are insane.
He gets corn stars, man.
The comments are funny. That mom on YouTube. Yeah, I remember that one. I remember
Yeah.
that video.
Yeah.
She actually still watches my videos pretty regularly. She drops comments every now and again. I think she changed her name.
Which one?
Be friends.
I can't remember what she changed her name to, but I see her comments every once in a while.
Was she the one that said some shit about Rev, or was that someone else?
No, that's
No,
Nips. It was
that was Nips.
What did she say about Rev? It was what was
Oh, she accused him of just being a scammer with zero proof.
Yeah.
of what?
For his
Like,
mystery
I will say-
packs.
I really enjoy Nip's Instagram account. I think she got some pretty good takes that are very different. I quite enjoy.
Not
her
everything
content.
she says is bad
Yeah.
or wrong. Just when sometimes she says some shit, it's like
That one was a little strange, but
like,
Her name
yeah,
is
no
Nips?
proof.
Her name is Nips.
Yes.
PokeNips. Yes.
Wow. That's
She doesn't have all bad takes. Not everything's bad. Just
I have a feeling the other 2% of the Goated Pullz net worth is going to disappear tonight. He's just it's got OnlyFans.
all the cash in my account is gonna be gone. Love you, Jose. Don't worry.
Get an affiliate link at least.
Yes.
Capitalize everything.
With a milkman hat, imagine.
Wow, that'd be something. Knocking on the door.
how I was the first to pump Drowsy. Oh fuck.
Is that what he said? Oh,
Yeah,
here we go.
I think he's joking, but it's mimic, so it's hard to tell.
It was probably dumb.
I mean, the artist is Komiya. Komiya.
Yeah. It is a good card. Pokey dips is
For research purposes.
Oh my god.
The follower count doubles by tomorrow because of
I'm
us.
gonna fucking die.
We just twice fake Jake PokeNips Instagram account.
I'd be sick.
Someone asked if you still hate twice fake Jake, Nick.
I never hated Twice Big Jake. I actually have a couple videos where I agree with him and am defending him against other people. That's what's crazy.
Why'd you start calling him like the twice baking Jakey?
Because it just gets a reaction. Same reason you do certain things.
I love it.
It gets reactions out of people. I don't hate him.
I know.
Yeah, it's all a show, man. YouTube's all a show.
It's great.
There's only a couple people I genuinely do not like, and it's pretty obvious. That's even that. If some stuff was cemented over, it could be worked out.
Still don't know who they are. You can't say it over the air here.
Well, Applesauce is one of them because he tried to copyright strike me. That's one of them.
I'm
The other
surprised
one-
Ryan did a video with him.
I mean, it's fine. It's not
He's a
huge
good
deal.
guy. He's always been a good guy to me.
I was about
But
to say,
yeah,
it's fine.
if someone copy striked me though, I'd feel the same way. So that's valid.
That's what it is. It's personal to me. It's not personal to
Mhm.
anybody else. I'm not going to hold anybody against it.
What, applesauce and who? Card economist or what?
No, I don't hate Card Economist.
Okay. I don't hate him either, but I know he fucking copyright strike Rev, right?
Yeah, it was just goofy. It was all.
Who
Someone on
else?
Instagram.
Oh. You can just say
It's not new Andrew Tate.
Yeah, it's Andrew Tate. I don't like him.
It's Andrew Tate.
It's Andrew Tate.
Tony-
What a guy.
Tony Robbins.
When's the Opossum versus Jake fight? What's funny? How tall is Jake? I think
Oh,
we
who's
could actually.
smaller? I've met Jake. Jake is probably like, fuck, 5'6".
You're sitting down.
He's 5'6". I'm 5'6". We could probably make that happen.
Yeah,
That'd be good.
you're definitely like I'd say like thicker. You got some like, what is he? Army or Air Force? Are you Army or Air Force? You're one of those. Air Force. You got that Air Force.
Air Force.
Gonna fucking calling a
Oh
comic.
my god. It's funny. I did used to be a good bit heavier, so that's funny.
You're better than the
5'6".
Leonhardt fight.
How much do you weigh right now, Nick?
161.
Nice.
I've been working out a little bit more though. I got a fitness test due here soon, so I've been hitting it pretty good.
Good
Nice.
shit. Brian, what's your height and weight?
5'10" and then I've been trying to get to 155 for literal years. Yesterday I weighed in at 154. I'm amped. I've just been eating freaking pudding all day. I'm just trying to get over.
What about you, Brian?
Me?
Or, sorry, Brian, Rob. Yeah.
Bro, do you remember my name? I'm 6'1", 210 pounds.
Wow, you're the beast.
Dang, look at you.
Yeah,
So
well,
is Jake. Apparently, Jake is also 6'1" and 200 some pounds. I guess I
Put it
can't
in
fight
the
him.
chat.
Jake
It's like
is
Arnold
6'1",
Schwarzenegger's
bro.
height.
That was- Maybe. Oh wait, if Jake and Robo Skills had a kid, it'd be like 6 feet. You're like average out because Robo Skills.
That's true. He's quite tall.
Well, soon.
Yeah, no, Robo is very tall.
Yeah, Card Lounge. They're gonna have that's episode 5. I think they're gonna.
Kind of interesting, actually. I watched a little bit. It was not bad.
I'm actually enjoying it. I think it's nice to see the
Was not
production
bad.
values. Like they're in the same place, which I really like. It's high production values. The sound and lighting is great. Like I think they're doing a good job.
They're like Robo Skills gets a lot of flack. He's not the most loved person in the community, but he's a well-spoken individual. I'll give him that.
Yes. Some of the flack was deserved, so I said it.
They told me they're only doing like I don't know how long this will actually work for because it seems unlikely, but they only want to do like live guests
in person, like Joe Rogan.
Right? Because they told me Robo was like, "Yo, you got to get on our podcast." I'm like, "Oh, bet, yeah, hit me up anytime." And he's like, "Oh, great, Vegas is awesome," and I'm like, "Wait, I'm not flying to Vegas for that." Like,
wait, they're not flying you there? They're flying me there next week.
Are they really?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, Concorde. They're bringing the Concorde plane back. They're flying me over there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're the most more desirable.
That'd be a hell of a flight. No, I don't expect them to fly me out, but I'm just like I don't have time to go to freaking Vegas. But it's a cool idea. Like if I'm in that area, I think that'd be fun. Because like that's cool. Like I don't think anyone else has done that in like the Pokemon world.
Yeah.
Goated.
Hey, we can all be cringe, mimic brew. We can all be a little cringe though.
Yeah, Goat Breakers. He came to my place. We did a podcast here in the basement. Tim from Goat. He's a TikTok guy. He came here. It was cool. It's cooler in person.
I think so too.
I hope I could be in your basement one day.
I got a place for you, man.
I hope we can milk each other.
Right next to the Shrouded Fable. Right next to those mini tins, baby. You're at just a spot right for you.
Aisle 3 by the Marnie promos.
the Dream League Marnie. Oh my God!
Milk friends milk each other by the Marnie.
Wrestles bears in his spare time. I do not. I mean, I'm not like uncapable, but I'm not really a fighter, I guess. Prefer to wrestle like bigger, like I'll stop. It's going somewhere it doesn't need to.
I already brought up Kanye West, and I'm canceled now. So don't whatever you're gonna say. It's not worth it.
His name is Ye.
Oh, my bad.
The CEO of your distro is gonna call you up and be like, "Yeah, we're firing you." Yeah.
Oh, they've had way worse to fire me for. I always kind of skid out of it somehow. I'm shocked I still have a distributor with all the shit I've said.
Versus Pokebeard. I don't want to fight Pokebeard.
How tall's the beard? Beard's awesome. How tall's the beard? I don't know.
He's a little taller than me. I met him at a card party.
He's a Viking. I would not fight a Viking. Yeah. No, fucking
no, that would be scary.
I mean, I like Jake too. I mean, like,
it's a bad idea.
Why would I fight Pokebeard though? What's his thing?
I don't know. I don't think he dislikes anybody. He's such a nice guy. People are getting excited about the milking. We're going to wrap this up in 5, guys. If you guys have any burning questions for any of these guys here, these legends, please let me know.
Two-hander.
The milking talk is I'm gonna get demonetized.
This stream is definitely demonetized. No shot.
Nah, you can do more than that and not be demonetized. I know.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, well, okay, maybe.
You're fine.
We made some good super chats today, so that's good.
Eric's asking why you took down the ETB video. Did you take it down?
See, remember when I said I almost got fired from my distributor?
I see.
I say too much. I'm too transparent. The LGS
He's
stores,
too open.
I literally though so if you want some actual reasoning, there's LGS stores that share a distributor with me, and we all get the same access to the same stuff. Again, like I said, the LGS stores actually get preferential treatment, but they don't have the money to overpower it. Yeah. So I'll buy stuff that's available. They don't give me any special treatment. Then a week and a half or 2 weeks later, that stuff will become unavailable. And then the LGS stores complain to the distros that, why are you treating this guy so good, this jackass on the internet? And then the distributors know that the LGS store is a joke, but then they're like, oh, if he leaves us, we're effed. We're going to kick you to the curb. I had some like actual talks with like some major people in management. And so I've been trying to be more careful. I'm like, oh, one of my 3 distributors, I only have 2 distributors still, but I lie and say I have 3 just to kind of throw people off. But yeah, so I took that video down because I said one extra sentence I shouldn't have said, and my manager's like, "Dude, you're killing me, bro." I'm like, "I know, I'm sorry, bro. Like, I'm sorry." So I got to be better. I got to stop being like Mr. Transparency.
Keep some behind the curtain.
Yeah, a little bit.
I think that's just Shawarma. What do you think Pokemon Day announcements will be next week?
Hopefully some games. Hopefully some new games coming out.
Yeah, Black and White would be sick.
Yeah.
It's probably Black and White, right?
Jose,
I'm still holding out for Gold. Let's go.
Let's go Gold.
Yeah.
Let's go Johto.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Anything. Let's go Ho-Oh. Anything, dude.
Yeah.
Anything.
Just start with a Ho. That'd be sick.
Ho. Still, let's go Ho.
Yeah.
I still like Emerald the best. I think
Emerald's fun.
That's probably going to be later, though. I'd imagine.
Emerald's best soundtrack.
Oh, Altar is nice.
Oh, it's crazy.
It does look nice. Yeah, it does look nice, doesn't it? Yeah.
That one was nice.
It's about time. They just keep kicking Lugia front and center and leaving Ho behind. Finally.
Yeah. Lugia.
Oh, there will be a Lugia and a Rayquaza Altar in Scarlet Violet, and when those come out, it'll be wild.
Yeah. There probably will be a Lugia still.
You mean Lugia?
Yeah. People say
Lugia.
Yeah.
Like
Rayquaza is apparently wrong too, but
looks like Ho wants to get milked in that card.
Holy.
Looking at it,
he does not. He doesn't even look like that.
Scammer Pullz. Someone says Scammer Pullz.
Someone did say earlier. Jose said, "What booster box is to play in y'all's eyes?"
To play.
Here we go. Let's stick to English. Let's do the
Yeah,
English.
I'm gonna say English. My shouts would be, I want to go Sword and Shield, like sets that haven't skyrocketed as much. Silver Tempest and Brilliant Stars. I think they're both sub $300 a box, and they definitely have some room to grow. Scarlet Violet, I'd go Paradox Rift, still around 150, and Paldea Evolved with that Magic Carp sitting strong at around 1500. Those are my top booster boxes I would buy. Not special sets, just booster boxes. For English.
I like Swish. Anything Training Gallery. It's going to be great. That's what I think.
What do you guys think?
I mean, I've been chilling Paradox Rift for months now, and that worked out real well for me. That's one that got me in trouble. Was the distros had it available, infinite of them, several pallets of them for $80, and I was like, $80 for Paradox Rift. It wasn't an exclusive deal to me at all. It was just on the distro site, so I bought all of them, and that's what got me in trouble. But yeah, Paradox Rift, I mean, it's still like cheap and affordable. Obsidian Flames, it's like that's still very affordable last I checked. So I don't know. It's got the Charizard. Everyone loves Charizard. It seems like a good move. As for Japanese, though, I mean, I think Shiny Treasures will probably reprint again, and it'll probably go down to $40-ish again. Right? I mean, am I wrong? I don't know.
No, I think there's a good shot that happens.
Yeah,
I think it'll happen. Like V-Star Universe just reprinted a couple months ago, and that's old as shit.
How much is it now?
Probably back up to like 90, like 91, 110 maybe.
Yeah, V-Star's around that.
It's going up. Terrassel's like fucking 105 now.
No, I know. I'm saying if they're still reprinting V-Star though,
yes.
Like Shiny Treasures like definitely has a few more in it. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. And like you said, after the reprint, the shit always goes up. But I'm saying as soon as Japan says, "Hey, there's a reprint coming," if you buy it then it's going to go up. But like you have to have the insider knowledge for that, and I think people like me are going to be at an advantage there, and you.
Dude, the Shiny Treasure reprint will be like a drop in a bucket. Like.
Oh, I agree. I'm saying though, like if you need to jump on it, you know what I mean, and then like it'll go up. I think that's the play. Like jump on it when it gets announced. But yeah, I think it's going to go way up. I'm not saying it's going to crash, but I think that would be the play. I wouldn't buy it now. I'd buy it when a reprint's announced.
I used to watch a lot of SM Pratt videos, like 4 or 5 years ago when I got back in the hobby. I was actually part of his Patreon, and like one of the best things he ever said was, "You guys know SM Pratt, right?"
Yeah,
I know. I know of him.
He's very well knowledgeable. Like he knows
it
really well. So like I wanted to learn from the best. He's one of the best people to learn from. But I was religiously watching his Patreon videos every week. And he said, don't like basically when the market's going up, buy gradually. And when it's going down, sell gradually, right? Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Just like gradually, like cost average. You know what I mean? Cost average is key. Like Bubble Mew. I have 100 Japanese Bubble Mews. I've been buying that shit when it was like $90 in a PSA 10, 150, 200, 270, 300, and I'll keep buying it. You know what I mean? Like, because I genuinely believe it's going to keep going up. Just like keep cost averaging if you truly believe in it.
That's definitely the smarter way to do it. I'm more YOLO, but yeah, I think you should listen to Arvin in that case, guys.
When Umbreon VMAX peaked at like $3,000, if you wanted to get out of it, like I would have said, like probably sell. You should have sold one at like maybe 2,200. Then if you have, depending on how many copies you have, but if you had like a bunch, Umbreon VMAX, I would have sold it at like 2,500 and then 2,800, 3K, because nobody can predict the peak. That's one of the things SM Pratt said. You literally cannot foretell the peak, right? We're not like fucking. We don't have a crystal ball in front of us. So the best thing you do is little by little.
Makes sense.
Just buy stuff nobody else wants.
Like Shrouded Fable.
Yeah. Everything will do. Still product always does well. Eventually Pokemon Go will do great too.
Pokemon Go.
Pokemon Go will do great.
I just don't understand.
It's all there. It's all in front of him. Like it's just an endless spawn of cards.
Yeah, it seems like it spawns. It's crazy.
Just if you need something, he's got it. He's got it for you guys. He's got it. Well, my friends, Brian, where can everybody find you, my friend?
Go to PokeNE.com. The N is short for Nebraska. I'm from the Midwest. And then my YouTube's PokeNE_Pokemon. And I think that's pretty much true on Instagram and TikTok too.
Nick, where can everybody find you, my friend?
Well, you can find me just goofing off on YouTube and Instagram. If you feel like popping in there, you're always welcome. Your comments are always welcome. Whatever you want to say. Any of it. Even if you just absolutely hate my guts, go for it. I appreciate it. Honestly, I do.
Arvin, where do you do your milking?
There's a magic Rolodex of Pokemon. What the fuck does that even mean?
I don't know. What do you think it means?
I don't know.
How many Zeds are in your username these days, Arvin?
Okay, so Instagram and YouTube, Goated Pullz with 1 Z. TikTok, Goated Pullz with 2 Z's. I'll be like, I don't know, in like 3-4 hours in the milk.
OnlyFans, 3 Z's.
Milking will commence on TikTok in like 3-4 hours if you guys want to get your milky bags.
He'll be in my basement in a couple of days. So I'm flying him out.
Milking you.
That is
milking
a promise.
me, milking you. That's right.
Milky bags just pop up on any store. It'll be weird, but it'll make sense.
Oh,
Hey,
man.
It'll be weird, but you'll like it.
Yeah.
It'll be
Different color, but it'll be all right.
Guys, I'm Rob Does Pokemon. We got Shinyver on the Poke Office on Friday. We're going to continue to do more of this stuff. If you haven't already subscribed, please do. Thank you to everybody who's watching, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, driving your car, doing any housework, whatever it may be. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you to the wonderful guests who have joined today. And until next time, take it easy.